adventuring crew that won the competition in session 1, but they were utterly annihilated, save one person. Caleb, a.k.a. Asham frickin' Nitraco, the studly, tiny old man that he is.
Yes, that is
Is his middle name legally freaking?
Yes, legally it is.
Alright, so without further ado, is there anyone who would like to recap some of the things that happened last week?
Gladly.
Thank
so,
you.
we started off with a good old-fashioned family torture session, right? We had a man bound up by hydraulic presses in Gidget's workshop, to which Caleb, who had not joined at this point, commented in the stream saying, "Logan's assuming the Christ position." So we got information out of him. We had learned that he was working for the Night Masks, and we got a name, which, let me check my notes here.
Jethro.
That's that, as well as I was thinking of Count Lucius Darkshade. We got 2 names. So the one, Jethro, I believe we've yet to meet, but Count Lucius Darkshade we met at what was the inn called, Logan? It was the Riverwood? Silverwood Manor. We met him at Silverwood Manor, managed to take out his henchman and tie him up. To which we took him into the inn to make sure that everyone that working at the manor was safe and healthy and not bleeding out. To which I believe I had stepped out to disguise myself as a guard so I could kind of handle the interrogation without the actual city guard getting involved. But let's rewind a little bit to Gidgets. Due to Isaac pulling some fingernails, that there was a little bit of a morality dispute between the 4 of us. The 4 of us being Draconis, Isaac, Keeper, and Declan, in which it was almost 2 different sides. Declan and Keeper saying that we should not have pulled the fingers, and Draconis and Isaac saying we should have. And so yeah, Keeper had then asked, like, we need to set some things straight. We then learned that Draconis was part of the Night Masks and escaped.
Oopsie
indeed.
Oopsie.
And now I believe we are at the Silverwood Manor with the Count tied up, and I am Disguiso Boyo. And
we're in the middle of waking up the Count.
Yeah, we're waking up the Count, or at least trying to. I can't remember if we had woken him up or not, or like if we were able to, because I think
and he was like,
we hurt him pretty bad, so I think he might be passed out for a good long while.
So, yeah, no, that was an excellent recap. Thank you. One thing I would add is that Adeline Rivenhall is the owner and benefactor of the Silverwood Manor, and she invited you guys to dinner as like a thanks for saving her life. And if you could assume anything about this woman, is that it will be a very nice, very lavish dinner. Simply because she owns like the most fancy hotel in Saradush. Yes, she's like a glorified innkeeper. So anyways, yes, she invited you guys to dinner tomorrow. So, with that in mind, where did you guys say you were? Did you say you're still at Silverwood Manor and that's where you're trying to wake him up?
I believe so.
I think so, yeah.
Well, we were just helping people.
Yeah, I think none of us knew that. I don't think any of us know Declan's plan either. I think he just
Yeah,
left
no one knows.
did his thing.
Like the four in the party don't know that I am disguised self right now.
And
I just kind of.
I forgot.
What did you? Oh,
I
you
forgot
forgot
my
your tower.
dice.
Your dice.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yikes.
forgot my dice.
More control alt tabbing.
Yeah,
for
more alt tabbing for you, my friend.
Seriously.
Alt tab Google.
Seriously, let me pull up a dice thing real quick. Goodness gracious.
I picked this up being like, I really wish this still had something in it, and it does. It's probably old, but tastes fine.
It's fine. La-da-dee.
Oh, dude. Guess what I got my brother for his birthday? Oh, wait, hold on. Ian, are you here? Are you in my stream? If you're in my stream, close your ears.
Close your ears.
I got him protein powder. It's in that box right there. I got him Oreo flavored protein powder.
Nice.
Protein.
Because he is protein man.
Hey, you like protein? I like protein too.
I like protein too.
I know you like protein.
Hey, are you guys talking about protein? I love protein.
You guys talking about protein? I love
Some
protein.
Protein rocks.
I need to send a video to you guys of like this dude that's he's making a protein shake, and he's like, yeah, so first I put in a little bit of milk, and then I add it with some protein. Yeah, and then he's like, then I put in a little bit more protein. And then he's like, just to balance out all the protein, I put in some protein.
And then I cut up a banana, and then I add
some protein.
Take some ice, dip it in some protein.
Yeah.
Protein.
And then he's like, then while that's blending up, I dry scoop some protein.
While you guys
While
weren't
weren't
looking,
looking.
I went back and added more
So
protein.
good, I love that.
Such a good video. Alright, so we are at the Silverwood Manor. You guys have just concluded the battle with the Night Masks, and it is up to you guys what you would like to do now. At this moment, there is still disgruntled patrons wandering the halls. It is a very lush and lavish building, but overall, the building itself is in good repair. Adeline is spending time trying to console frightened people, and you guys are on your own with Count Lucius Nightshade. The world is yours.
I would like to turn to Adeline and say, pardon me, do you have somewhere where I can take this man as well as the group that put a stop to him, and do you have a room that I can talk to them all privately somewhere?
Preferably soundproof if you have it.
So she's going to come back over and she's going to say, yes. What is it that you plan to do with him?
I merely just want information out of both him as well as the party that took him down. I assure you there will be no more bloodshed.
Very well. And she's going to look at Count Nightshade and she's going to say, although I wouldn't mind if he lost his head. And she's going to take him, or pardon me, guide you guys to through a series of hallways out the back of the building, where there is like a townhouse or like a very large shed, almost like a barn. And she'll say, you may do as you wish in there, and whatever mess you make, and she'll look at him in disgust. She'll say, it doesn't matter. I have servants who will clean it up.
I'm gonna grab her hand and say, "Oh, madam, you're a woman after my own heart," and I'm gonna kiss her hand.
My language.
Interesting.
And she's gonna like wink at Isaac and say, "Very well. Enjoy your time."
Oh, I intend to.
So
Okay. So with that, she'll walk back inside, or she'll continue working with her people.
okay, at this point, I would like to dispel my mask of many faces and let them all know that it's me. But I just want to like give a little like shh, and then I want to recast Mask of Many Faces back into the city guard.
Okay, so we know it's him.
You guys, yeah, they know it's me now, but I've told them to keep it quiet. And I would like, could I also, I would like to do that where Lucius can't see it.
Yeah, so he's unconscious.
Oh, perfect. Okay, can I attempt to wake him up?
You certainly can. So you guys are gonna go inside the townhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I know we've had disputes before. This man is responsible for a complete massacre that happened outside the building. Do you have anything to say as of right now in regards to getting information out of him? Any disagreements, should I say? Because I have every intent to do as I wish with him.
I do believe we.
Whatever you wish. Oh.
What do you mean by that?
Oh my!
I do believe we stand to gain a lot of information from this man, but I assure you, afterwards, I could care less what you do with him. However, it might be. Continue.
Sorry. I was gonna say, Keeper, I ask out of respect for you. Are you sure you want to be present for this? Because I intend to be much harsher than I was before.
I mean, I don't know that. You're not really giving me a choice. Like, Keeper's going to say, well, I suppose. If you plan to execute this man, I would like to leave, but I believe that perhaps execution is not on the table. He might be a very valuable asset.
I wholeheartedly agree, but just understand when I say there are many things far worse than death. And then he's just gonna walk past him into the room.
So do you?
Wait, before you go, I have something to say.
Yes, because
Before you go.
I also believe in justice and bringing those who deserve it, what they deserve. However, I do judge people on their characters rather than their actions. So let us see what this man has become, and then judge him from there. As soon as we get the information we get, of course. Thank you. What say you, Mr. Justice Man?
Mr. Justice Man.
sorry, I was looking up an ad blocker.
Doesn't really know anyone yet.
Justice.
Mr. Justice Man is amazing. I love that. Mr. Justice Man. What do you say, Mr. Justice Man?
Did he even hear what I said, or was he busy not listening?
Sorry, the ad on the bottom of the Dungeon Master is really bothering me, so I was installing an ad blocker. Can you say that one more time?
Yes, let me say it one more time. Apparently, a white Justice Man can't listen. Alright. All I said was, I believe in justice as much as you, but I judge those based on their character rather than their actions. And so I say, just hear my input. I say we should judge this man based on who he has become, rather than what he's done. Of course, after we get the information we need, of course. But
You know what?
I
Honestly-
am willing to do a mix of, both of our justices.
In this case, I'm not gonna fight a group. I just want to tear off fingernails. So if we can all agree on that, if I can do whatever torture methods I want, then I really don't care. You guys can do whatever you want with them after, but
I just want
to
them
make him.
fingernails.
I like your methods.
To keep a collection, actually, he like pulls out a box that has like a ton of fingernails,
Oh.
and you can like see like the 3 fresh ones on top. I'm like, those 3 are from earlier.
Can I-
And he's gonna
can I-
close the box
Oh,
and
I-
pack
I-
it.
Can I
I-
cast Mage Hand to grab that box and throw it at the wall?
You are a little excessive, but I admire your aspiration.
Say what you want. My methods work.
Yes.
So, as you guys enter the townhouse, let me just set the scene a little bit. Actually, let me change the music as well.
Ba-da-dum-bum.
You guys enter the townhouse and leave behind, or pardon me, the moon has risen completely, and as night has fallen, there has been kind of a thin fog or mist that has kind of descended over the city. And so as you guys enter the townhouse, it's dark and none of the lights are lit. And it's kind of creepy, I would say, as you enter this large, empty building. But when you enter, despite it being dark, you will be able to see from the light of the moon that it is more like there is a couple of rooms, like a bedroom, like somebody could live there if they wanted, but there's also a lot of storage, mainly like groundskeeping equipment, extra like bins and barrels, potentially full of weed or clothing or linens. But other than that, it seems like a pretty normal townhouse.
Very cool.
Just making sure. We're all level 5 still right now, or did we level?
Correct. You guys like to take a long rest before you interrogate or torture this guy?
I would prefer to.
Yeah, I
We're
think
starting-
I'm in the same boat.
We're starting
Yeah,
2
torture takes
sessions
that out of
in
me.
a row with the torture.
Seriously.
The freak is the long rest but oh, there it is. Never mind.
It's around. You
So,
just gotta
so
find
is
it.
that the party's intent? Is to torture this guy? Is
Mine,
that what?
mine is not.
Or is this an interrogation or is this a torture? That's like
I would
Depends on
prefer
him.
more
Mine is an
interrogation
interrogation, but with Mr. Justice Man, it will always turn into a torture.
It won't if he tells us what we want to know.
That didn't save
Not
the
true.
last dude.
right. That did not save.
That
the
did not
last
save
guy.
the last dude. He told us everything we wanted to know, and he still lost his fingernails.
Yeah, the last dude was literally the most cooperative he could possibly have been. And you still ripped off his fingers or fingernails.
Hey, you know what? Don't bring my fingernails into this. We all know the fingernails has nothing to do with anything. That's my own thing. Everyone has their morbid interest. Isaac's his fingernails. Get off his case. There's gonna be a lot more
I
fingernails
suppose-
ripped off during this
Trust me,
campaign.
Isaac is very fair. He
I
doesn't
suppose-
do anything to
I suppose it-
anybody.
I suppose it could be worse. I suppose Isaac could have a thing for toenails instead of fingernails, but.
No, that's
You didn't look at
completely
the bottom of the
different. That's
box.
okay.
It's the secret compartment.
But yeah, I would like to long rest, please and thank you.
He
Yeah,
said
but-
yes.
Long
He
rest.
said yes.
Long rest.
Just walk
Oh.
past.
Long rest.
We take a nap right on the floor where we are.
Okay.
Can I? Is there? I don't know.
Where's
Is
the long
there?
rest button? Am I blind?
Can I?
Oh, finish long rest. There it is.
Draconis, did you have something to say?
What? Oh, yeah. Are we just gonna like have him lying there next to us while we sleep on the floor with this?
Yeah, why not?
So
He's
there
still
are
tied
a
up.
couple of rooms, but there are windows in each of the rooms. So, I don't know. How are you guys going to secure him? Are you guys going to set somebody up to watch?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I would like to.
I actually have Sentinel's Rest. which allows me, or Sentry's Rest. So I appear inert, but I am still like conscious. So at any time, I could spring into action and wake people up. Like I can still hear and see everything when I'm sleeping.
I believe the
I'm
robot could
sleeping.
take watch for the whole night.
Okay.
Cool. So, with that in mind, we're going to say that you guys, let's just say that there's a couple of bunk beds, and you guys are able to sleep on those. You'll have Count Lucius. He will be tied to one of the bedposts, and Keeper will sit or stand off to the corner, keeping watch over everyone. Does that sound okay to you guys? Okay. With that in mind, Keeper, go ahead and roll a perception check.
All right. Do you want passive perception or just an active check?
Active check.
Okay. That's a 25.
Okay.
He sees everything.
With
Easy.
a 25, you will notice as night descends even further and as the moon continues to rise, the outside gets more and more densely covered in fog, creating an atmosphere that is either illuminated by torches or kind of this thick gray from the moon's light. So everything outside the windows is still pretty visible, but you could probably only see 20 feet or so before the dense fog blocks vision. And at one point early on during your rest, you're going to hear the howl of a wolf. Keep in mind, this is in the middle of the city of Saradouche.
Shadowheart's not going to be happy.
Oh, wait, who?
Shadowheart, she's not going to be happy.
Who's Shadowheart?
It's from Baldur's Gate.
It's a Baldur's Gate reference.
I liked it, Asa.
I can't
Thank you.
believe that.
I haven't played it yet.
I think maybe I would say Keeper's a little paranoid. So I think as soon as he hears the wolf start howl, it's not typical, right? Like wolves don't come into Saradouche often. Is that the correct assumption?
Definitely.
Okay, so as soon as he hears the wolf go, I think Keeper just starts making a ton of noise. Ah! And starts waking people up.
So at this point, it is still early on in the night, so none of you guys have actually received your long rest quite yet. We'll say that you guys can have a short rest at this point and gain some of your hit points back.
Yeah.
But depending on your class, you may not receive your spells back. Okay? Spells are some of your abilities.
Unless you're a warlock.
Warlock.
Unless you're a warlock.
Warlock W. There's a reason Warlock is spelled with a W, ladies and gentlemen.
How many hit die do we
He
get
said as he
for a
has
short
two spell
rest? Like how
slots.
many
So
are we
you
able
have
to use?
5 hit dice.
Hit die.
And you can use any number of them during a short rest.
I'll use
So hour-wise, how long has it been since we went down?
We'll say probably 45 minutes or so.
Okay.
And with that in mind, as Keeper starts waking or readying the troops, Count Lucius Nightshade is going to kind of get startled by the sudden noise and start to wake up. He starts to come to. He's going to lift his head up from his position. His hands are tied up to the post. Oh, by Jove. What is that ungodly sound?
I think Keeper's gonna just punch him in the face. Like, as hard as he can to knock him out again.
What is that awful?
Right.
That's awesome.
Keeper's
That's
intent is to knock him out again. Is there a roll I have to make?
Yes. Go ahead and give me an attack roll, or actually, just roll for damage. He's tied up.
Okay.
Roll for damage. So an unarmed strike, which is a D4 plus your strength, right?
Not for me. It's just 0. That's all it says. It
Really?
doesn't tell me a dice to roll. It just says 0.
Oh,
Let me see if
I feel like that's got to be amended
Yeah.
for some reason because he's a 400-pound robot.
Let's see.
he just wins.
I feel like
Okay, now I see the D4 minus 1. I
Rip.
guess.
Okay.
Robot has
So
-1 strength.
Take a roll damage at advantage. Okay, heck yeah.
severe lack of hydraulic.
Yeah, so I rolled a 4 and lost 1. So 3.
Okay. So we're going to say that the Count is indeed knocked back, but he's not entirely unconscious. He's
Okay.
Very dazed.
not lucid. He's very dazed, but he's still awake. Does that sound okay to you guys?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. And so everyone's awake. And what do you guys do? Keeper,
My
do you say anything?
goodness, I thought you were on the one of Mercy. Side of Mercy. You just clocked him in the head.
He was waking up. We need him
I
unconscious.
okay.
Am I
Good one,
confused?
robot. Good one.
Am I?
Your
Did I
sense
miss
of
something?
morale. Your sense of morality is a. We'll talk about
He needs to be
That was very
unconscious.
good.
Keeper's going to say, "There's a wolf outside. It was howling. There are not wolves in Saradouche, ever."
Right. You're right.
Can
So you
I?
punched the man in the face?
So you punched a man in
That was unrelated. He was waking up.
Can I?
Good. That was a good shot.
He's still awake.
I want to grab his arm like, wait.
I'm gonna punch him this time.
Yeah, I grab his
I'm
arm.
gonna punch him this time.
Can 3 people punch him all at the same time?
Good heavens, you guys want to kill this guy?
No, I was
knock him
joking.
Someone put a gag in it. Someone put like a cloth in his mouth.
Okay, I think it's better
Can't
off.
scream.
As you guys start to put a gag in his mouth, he's gonna like rear his head back, and he can't really see you guys. He's so dazed. He's gonna say, "Did I hear a wolf? Something about a wolf?"
Yes.
No.
And I look
Wolf,
up
what
and
are you,
what
mad?
did
Are
say?
you crazy?
You.
And he's going to look at Asham, and he's going to say, "Thank you, your candor. Allow me to return the favor." And it seems like his vision becomes a little bit more clear as he begins to make eye contact with you guys. He's going to look up at Asham. He's going to say,
Not very high, though.
well, no. He's going to look up at Asham, and he's going to say, you were with the Emberborn Enclave, weren't you?
Yes.
You guys put up one hell of a fight. And so did all of you. Good show.
Shut up.
And he's going to say, as you guys start to shove the gag towards him again, he'll say, if you're hearing a wolf, then something is coming for you.
Something's coming, eh? Suspicious.
Can I? I have an idea, but it's not gonna work. Never mind. I was gonna disguise. I was gonna disguise self as him and try and convince him that it's a nightmare because a wolf howling in the city, a robot punching him in the face, and then seeing himself. There's no way that a rational person would be like, "Yeah, this is real life." I'd be like, "No, I'm imagining something."
He's been injured. He isn't
Yeah,
brain damaged.
he's got a concussion.
All right. So as he says all that, do you guys still want to shove the gag in his mouth?
I'm gonna hold off and be like, "What do you mean something's coming for us?"
If you're hearing a wolf inside the city, then that means the Deathbringers are here.
The what?
The ticking in Logan's background is really
I know.
ominous. It's
Very
really ominous.
I'm like,
Like,
oh no.
He's like, death is coming. Tick, tick.
Talk. Tick.
No.
Oh no, I'm going to die.
Wait. Hold on, just one moment.
Okay.
I like it. It's fine, Logan.
Yeah, it's fine. I just can hear it.
I don't hear any ticking.
You
What?
don't
You
hear the
can't?
ticking?
There's no ticking over here.
It's like
No.
It's just
Guys, we're gonna
suspicious.
die.
it's like the reverse of Logan's hearing something. We're all hearing something. We're the crazy ones.
It's just so ominous.
I know. No.
That's the Deathbringer.
Constant
Tick,
ticking.
tick.
Yeah, literally, Logan. It sounded like a grandfather clock swinging back and forth. So you're
Right.
like, the Deathbringers are coming, and it was just, it was ominous. It was very cool, very cool.
I've been hearing it this whole time.
Just say that you meant to do that, Logan. Take credit for it.
I think it's even worse because even the dungeon master wasn't aware of it. All right.
I
So,
would like.
with that in mind, the Deathbringers are here.
I would.
Asa, go ahead and roll a history check.
Imagine
The
being a part of
ticking's
the
back.
Deathbringers.
It's scary. No.
Would you say a history check?
Roll a history check.
I feel like it's like death from the new Puss in Boots
Oh
movie.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
And it, like the really stylistic.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got. Oh, that's not good. I got 10. So.
You recognize the name of the Deathbringers, but you don't
Yeah.
remember anything about them.
Okay.
They sound like an elite group of assassins.
Or like a very.
That doesn't make me happy.
Or they
You guys
sound.
can assume that the Deathbringers are something you don't want to tussle with.
Mm-mm.
Are they here for you?
What if they're just here to bring us cookies, though? We don't know, guys. They could be here. They could be here for any number of reasons.
Yes, but I'm asking him if he knows if they're here for him.
I see.
They
Take
could
the
be.
gag out of his mouth.
They're probably here for all of us.
Are they here for you? Or did you summon them? What do you know of the Deathbringers?
I'm afraid I don't know them at all.
What do you mean?
Only that if they're here, death will follow.
No dip. That's why they're called Deathbringers.
Yeah, no dip.
Keeper's gonna either we are going to die or he's going to die. We need to get the answers out of him as fast as possible.
Can I?
Thing.
Can I? I would like to cast. Hold on, let me read it real quick.
Can't read. This was a smart fellow.
I would like to cast Charm Person on our good buddy Lucius here.
What does he have to roll? Is that a wisdom save?
Wisdom save, yeah.
Alright. Let's see. What's your DC?
That's what I'm looking for right now. I don't know where to find that in. Oh. DC 16.
Okay, so he just rolled a 17. So he does save, and he recognizes that you cast it. He's going to kind of pause for a moment as he resists the spell, and he's gonna wink up at you, and he's gonna say, "Ah, so you wish to be my friend?"
dashing man as yourself, it would seem that as a man of power, it would be in my best interest to have a man of power as a friend.
Damn.
Very well.
Friend. I don't want to
Well.
be friends with him.
I
Ashen,
suppose I
shut up!
agree.
I'm trying to work on something here.
Why have enemies when one could have friends? Don't you say?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, I guess you could say.
Well, I mean, yes. So if you would agree here, Lucius, wouldn't you agree that you should let all of us, all of your friends, in on what exactly the Deathbringers are and what they might be here for?
I suppose so. Though if they are here, I don't think you have. Well, he's gonna say, if they're here, then I'm sure you won't last long. So it doesn't really. It's of no consequence me telling you. And he's gonna say, the Deathbringers are an elite group of individuals with their own specialities. There is the Puppet Master, who is a master of illusion and a silver tongue. There is the Beast Master, who is the master of tracking, hunting, and instilling their will over animals and beasts. And the last, oh, you don't want to meet him. If he's here, we're all going to die.
Is he like an executioner or something?
He is the Battle Master. And that man, if I knew what a truck was, I'd say he would hit like a truck.
So now you said that you had heard a wolf, right? So would it be safe to assume that the Beastmaster is here?
Yes. Oh, that was to me? Yes. I would say so. And those who encounter the Beastmaster oftentimes suffer a messy end. I hope you are ready.
Now, as we have seen, there is a sign for us to know that the Beastmaster is here. Is there any way for us to know before, unfortunately, meeting them, that we can see a sign knowing the illusory one or the Battlemaster is here? Or is that just a...
Fog.
Ooh, so maybe illusory boy is here and we need to kill him, even though he's gonna kill us.
Well, to be quite frank, I have never worked with the Deathbringers, nor have I ever encountered them.
But you've had
And thank the gods for it.
But you have heard of me.
Yes. But he's going to say, however, should you like to live, you would let me go.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Keeper, you can punch him again.
Can I insight on that?
Yes. Go ahead and roll an insight check.
20, dirty.
Dirty 20? So you're going to sense that he's definitely trying to get away because he thinks if you guys keep him, he's going to die.
Yeah, that sounds right.
You see, I whether or not that's true, I feel it would only be right that we died together as friends, yes? Since we are so well acquainted.
So it would be. So it would seem. And he's going to, rock his head back against the bedpost. And he's going to say, well, in that case, I'll see you after the fight. And then he's just going to, lean back and kind of close his eyes and rest for a minute. If you guys let him.
How are you so certain that they are coming for us if you have not interacted with them?
They're only sent for special missions.
How much of this group do you know? Like, of your organization, of your... I don't even know what you call yourselves. How deep are you into this?
How deep am I?
Yes, how deep are you?
What I know is that in fighting against us, you have become our enemies, and you shall not last long.
Can I start ripping off fingernails yet?
Almost.
And you're going to hear the louder howl of another wolf.
Oh no.
What was the name of the group you said they were part of?
The Deathbringers.
The Deathbringers.
You.
Would they
Do you-
kill you to keep secrets safe?
I should hope so.
So you just told me that you are worth saving because you have secrets.
And also that you would not put much merit in your own life.
I am but a single person. The lives of the many outweigh the lives of the few.
Interesting, coming from the group that has cost so many lives.
You think we work towards nothing?
I'm sure you guys have a goals that you are working towards, but that goal seems to be going against the lives of the many, lives of the few mantras that you have over there.
What we do shall benefit the lives of all.
How so?
Those who get in our way only delay the inevitable.
I'm gonna hide.
He's in his Thanos.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like,
That's
I do not.
I'm gonna
believe
go.
in
I'm
much
gonna
time.
leave the room and I'm gonna go hide somewhere.
I'm like a bitch.
I have one.
Before-
I want to ask him another question though. I want to say, do you know a man by the name of Jericho?
There's Jethro.
Jethro is what I meant to
Jericho?
say, and that is
Who's Jethro?
Jethro is what I said.
I whisper in your ear, Jethro.
Jethro.
And he's gonna say, yes, I believe I did. And he died tonight.
That's rough.
You
buddy.
killed him.
So I lost a lot of people too because of you.
Oh. So I go closer to him. I'm like, why were you looking for me then?
Ah!
I slap him around.
What color are my underwear?
Enough of that. There is no need. But you are Draconis then, I take it?
Depends on who's asking.
No, I am Draconis. It's like a whole I am
He's
Spartacus.
Draconis.
It's the whole I am Spartacus. No, I am Spartacus.
Okay, Keeper, you're not okay.
I am disappointed in myself.
Are we not saying names?
Then you are Draconis. I know someone who would pay a pretty penny for your head. You left. That doesn't happen to us.
I know someone.
Well,
Pay a pretty price for your head.
there was
The Goblin King.
one party betrayed another, and it became clear I would die if I stayed or left. So
It's of no consequence. You abandoned the family.
I believe he's stalling until the Deathbringers get here.
yeah, probably. I'm gonna go hide now.
Yeah, now I will go hide.
Can I knock him out before I go?
Oh yeah, let's knock him out.
And you guys like rear back, and he's like, "No, there is no need. I swear." And he's gonna close his eyes and like put his head down.
I'm gonna hit him anyways.
Keeper, if everyone's like splitting up to hide, just for like, Keeper will hide in the room, but he'll stay here basically. So
Why don't we go to a different room? Like, leave him here. I don't really think we're going to get much out of him. We know he was here for me. I think he was here for me.
Can I actually?
No.
Can I hide Lucius and then disguise self as Lucius? And
and your disguise self.
I love disguise self, dude.
Lucius.
I want to be Lucius.
No,
I want to see what they're gonna do. I want to be Lucius. Probably.
I wouldn't do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Would you fancy sharing a hiding spot?
Oh, sure.
With one as
All right.
as pleasing to the eye as you, of
Okay,
course.
I'm punching him.
Alright, the fist of a paladin covered in armor is enough to knock him out, so he is unconscious.
Okay.
And Declan, should you decide to take his place, you absolutely can.
I want to take his place.
Okay, is somebody else going to tie him up?
Yes, I'll tie him up and then hide the original Lucius body in a closet.
I would also like... You said there's a window in here.
Yes, there's a window in every room.
Okay, can I, from where I'm being Lucius, tied up, whatever, is there like a roof outside that window or somewhere that I can see?
Sure. Yeah, we'll say so.
Then I want to prepare a spell. I want to prepare Thunderstep for if cronies try to hurt me or like remove me from the room. If they try to touch me at all, I would like to Thunderstep out.
Okay. Excellent. And to give you guys an idea, I am picturing these being pretty large windows. Like this is like a very lavish part of town, and lavish means big windows. That is what my brain says.
Windows from V Rising.
V Rising
yes,
moment?
Absolutely.
Isaac, do you want to hide? Is there a closet or like a big bed that we can hide under?
Yeah, there are both.
Oh,
okay.
I've just been meaning to get better acquainted with you. This seems like as good a way as any.
Can I?
It's a little creepy, but.
Hey Asham, do you want to hide near me? Because with Thunderstep, I can teleport you with me.
Yes, I'll hide. I could. What is Lucius wearing? Is he wearing like a big cloak or anything?
He is. Yeah.
What if I just hide under fake Lucius?
Hey, it worked in Kenobi. It'll work here. That's all I say.
Good point.
All right. Okay. So if the Lucius is held in this room, there's like the main area, storage room here, and a couple other rooms further down the hallway. Where is everybody? So we've got Declan, Lucius here.
Isaac, do you want to go to another room?
Asham is hiding with me.
Yeah,
that may be best. It sounds like they have this covered.
Yeah, I think
Let's just be nearby in case they need us.
Okay, cool.
So did you say that there... Oh, sorry.
No. I was like, Logan, are you sure we didn't level up? Are you sure?
Are you sure?
I am, yes.
Because we're gonna die.
Okay.
So,
I'll be fine.
did you say there's a roof outside the window, like a bit of a slope right out there? Or did you...
Yeah, so we're going to say, do you guys remember last week in Tailspire, how there was like the Silverwood Manor building, and just next to it was like a little cliff?
Yes.
We're going to say that behind the Silverwood Manor is the smaller townhouse, but it is also on the edge of the cliff. So you can kind of see a big swath of the city overlooking the cliff.
I think So Keeper's gonna like flare his coat, and it's gonna shift from this purple color to like a dingy brown to kind of look like basically the outside of a building, I guess, whatever color that would be, a slate gray or something. And then he's gonna just hop out the window and crouch around the landing, and then try to see what he can see in the like through the fog or whatever, if he can see anything getting closer. But he's gonna hide outside of the room and by the window.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Wait,
Right.
are you outside?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm out of the room.
Okay.
That is 27.
That is certainly enough to match their 3 perception.
Okay.
And so as you are hiding on the outside of the building and everyone is bracing for impact, you will start to hear the padded footsteps of wolves. A pack of them start shambling or creeping or stalking their way towards the building. Following the 5 or 6 wolves you see one enormous wolf being ridden by an intensely muscular woman.
Oh.
You piqued Ace's interest.
Oh.
Ace is intrigued now.
Does she happen to be an orc?
She's human, unfortunately.
Hey, Asa, it's okay. Green body paint and implanted fangs exist. You're fine.
Okay. So, and keep in mind, visibility is reduced to like 20 feet right now. So for you to be seeing all of this means they are right outside the door.
Okay.
Wait, are they inside?
Right outside the door.
Like inside the building, but right outside the door?
No, right outside the door to the building.
Oh, okay.
Side.
People at NPCs. Got it. Oh god.
Let's see this hottie, dude.
No. Frick.
Let's see this hot.
I swear.
Body with a body.
If she happens to be a baddie, I am just gonna lose it.
Ace is just he's gonna freak out, dude. People.
Okay.
What, Asa, thoughts?
Asa?
Hmm.
Asa,
Guys,
thoughts?
there's gonna be a problem.
So she is riding atop this wolf. And this one is bigger than the rest. All of these wolves are massive.
Something
Like,
else that's
each
massive
one
right
would be
now.
considered a large creature. Each one of these would be considered a large creature. Only this one is a size of the rest.
I'll
size
see
of
another
what?
large creature. Hmm.
And they creep closer and closer, and the wolves end up sniffing their way just outside the window where Lucius is being kept. And
Can I roll an insight on the Wolf Rider?
yeah, what do you want to discern about her?
So I think Keeper's trying to figure out like. I don't think he's trying to figure out like who she's looking for. I think he's trying to figure out like, is she trying to like sneakily kill something, or is she just trying to like violently decimate something? I guess.
I hope she decimates.
Ooh.
Oh
Like,
my
is she
god.
trying to hide or
As
not?
soon as he said that, I knew Asa was going for
It's a
it.
secret.
Oh man.
Don't forget violently decimate.
Oh, okay.
Violently decimate.
All
You didn't
right.
have to convince me from first.
Go ahead and roll that insight check.
All right. I guess maybe what Keeper's looking for is like,
Is she single?
could
Is she
he
available?
try to communicate with her, or is that basically a death sentence for him?
Hmm.
So, insight.
See what you roll.
So, I assume
14 plus 8.
22.
26.
22. Thank you. 26?
22.
22.
That's definitely 22.
It's actually 38.
I actually think it's 420.
I just did the math really quick.
So I assume me and Isaac were like in the room over.
Yes. Yeah,
we can okay.
Yeah, so actually, we'll say outside looking in, we'll say that you guys had brought him to the first room over here. That is where Declan and Asham now are.
Mm-hmm.
The middle room is where the two of you are.
Okay.
And are you guys with him right now?
Oh, the unconscious guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we threw him in a closet probably.
Okay. Well, so let's go ahead and say that you guys threw him in a closet which was a very small third room. So we've got, and it connects to this room. Does that sound okay?
Okay.
Okay. So the wolves line up right outside the window, looking in to this first room. And Keeper, you will sense that she is out for blood. It doesn't matter who gets in her way, but you sense that if you were to try to communicate with her, she would do everything in her power to kill you.
Hey.
I'll say that because you're 22 inside.
Go ahead, Draconis. Go flirt with her, man.
I have to warm her up first.
And she is going to close her eyes as she stands outside the window sits on top of her wolf, which is standing right outside the window, and kind of gesture her hands towards the other wolves, and each of them begins to growl a little bit. And then in unison, we'll say that 4 massive wolves leap through the window and start lunging for the Count, who is Declan. We are going to make, or actually, everyone, roll for initiative.
Okay. So they're lunging for him, so I assume your thing's gonna proc, right?
Yeah, my thing procs.
Yeah, okay.
11.
Yes.
My thing procced a long time ago.
5. Asa,
Yeah, I guess.
What?
That took a second.
I hope that's not an indicator of how our rolls are going to be today.
I'm rolling terrible.
No, you're just getting the bad rolls out of the way real quick.
Right.
Right?
I got so many
Guys,
bad rolls.
Wendy's has a pumpkin spice frosty right now.
Hey, that's really cool.
I'll go with you after this.
Maybe like pay attention to D&D or something. I don't know.
17.
Hey, pardon me. Give me just a moment.
You had to alt tab.
I did. I am struggling to manage all these things.
It's okay. You're doing great.
All right. Combat tracker. Doing epic campaign. Asham, that picture is so fantastic.
Thank you.
All right. All right. So we're going to do here. We're going to do. Pardon me.
You're pardoned.
Pardoned.
Let's
Pardon.
Thank goodness. I was terrified of those open closets. I thought
Asham.
there was a monster in there.
What is your initiative?
The only monster in there is gay.
Asham?
11.
Declan?
Funf.
5.
5, thank you.
Oh, sorry. I forgot he
Draconis.
can't see my hand. My fault.
I forgot you can't speak Japanese.
That was German.
17.
17. Isaac?
11.
Keeper?
18.
Oh, you freaking
18.
one
Cool, and you
Okay.
13 upper.
Do you want me and Isaac rule again?
No, you're good.
Me and Isaac are just peering out the window in the next room. Just.
What's going on?
All right.
I just look towards
Isaac
Isaac.
would just sheer disgust. I ate Draconis with lust.
Oh. I look back.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to say that there are 4 wolves and then the one big one that she's riding. And the 4 leap in to try to kill Nightshade when Declan's spell procs, and all of a sudden he is on a distant rooftop. How far away is that rooftop? How far does the spell take you?
It takes me 90 feet that I can see, so 20 feet because of the fog. So that rooftop, like 20 feet away.
Oh, across. The
Okay. So we're going to say it's like just outside the street.
Sure.
Or pardon me, just across the street, which, if we are remembering right, there was the cliff, the street, and then buildings.
Mm-hmm.
So is he on that rooftop?
Yeah. Yeah, so he is just across the street from you
So me
guys.
and Isaac hear a big boom, and we see him over there.
Yeah, I will say this. So the thunder can be heard up to 300 feet away. Everyone hears this. But I also will note that the wolves, it like is so loud that it hurts them. So they need to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 6. All 4 of them that were like within the 10 feet of me when I activated that.
DC 6?
Yeah, so
16.
what is DC? Okay.
DC 16.
They roll an
69.
An 18? Okay. So I think they take half.
Yes.
So it's going to
Okay.
be 3d10 cut in half. Let me get my d10s.
That was a wisdom save?
Constitution.
Con save. Okay, yeah, so that would be a dirty 20 for them.
Okay.
So how much damage do they take?
Counting.
14. I'm guessing
9.
14.
They would take 9.
Dang it. That's hopeful.
They would have taken.
Hey.
They would have taken 17 on a full, but 9. 9 because of the half.
Okay, excellent. So they, or the 4 of them, rear back and growl, and the first person to react with that in mind is the Beastmaster herself. Keeper, being just outside, pretty darn close to her, you're going to go right after this.
Alright.
But she is going to very quickly send a mental signal to her beasts, and one of them is going to, or pardon me, and they're all going to, as quickly as they can, recuperate and like start looking around. One of them starts sniffing and leads them down, or gestures towards the doorway to the next room over.
Oh.
So
is there a closet between the 2 rooms? Is that what you were kind of saying?
Yeah, so we're going to say that this room is where the 4 of them are. You guys are in this room. The closet is connected to the second room. There is a hallway that goes into all 3 of them.
So they're going to the hallway?
They're going to the hallway, yeah.
Oh, okay. I kind of tap Isaac. Isaac, they're coming.
Oh, do you want to run? Do you want to?
So, let me think.
That?
All right. With that in mind, she is going to take her big fat wolf, and she is going to hop up down onto her feet. And she is going to go into the hallway.
Oh.
We should run.
And with that, pardon me, it is Keeper's turn.
So Keeper, I think what Keeper's gonna do is he's gonna try and sneak, like, behind her. He's gonna try and follow her. And then...
And the 5 dire wolves.
Right. And then he wants to... I think I want to just leave my ring of tracking on her or her wolves. So
Okay.
I don't know.
So we're going to carry over the stealth check from earlier, because you rolled a frickin' 25 or whatever. And We are going to say that the only roll you have to make right now is Sleight of Hand.
All right.
Slate. Who's a slate? Slight.
God's willing.
Is there a DC I have to beat here?
Ooh, Logan,
We're
that-
going to say that. Or actually, let me double check. She's pretty darn perceptive because that is who she is. We're going to say you have to beat her passive perception,
All right.
which is
19.
18.
Oh.
Okay, I can do that. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Ready? No
18,
pressure.
you said, right?
Indeed.
All right.
No pressure.
Okay, so that's a 19 on the die plus 8, so a 27.
Oh, jeez.
Is that the exact same as you rolled on your stealth check?
No, my stealth
so.
check is higher. Because I have
Oh, your
expertise in
bonus.
stealth.
Oh,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Attaboy.
Well, I rolled lower on my
But your
stealth, higher on the sleight of hand.
Yeah, your expertise
Yeah,
counted for it. Nice.
right.
Well done, Cole.
Hey. So Keeper is able to place this within one of the little pockets that she has on her belt,
All right.
and
Without being noticed, literally
without being noticed,
Like a
that was
ghost.
beautiful.
like a
Seriously, like a freaking ghost.
And then, if I may,
Mhm.
did you say that consumes an action?
Yes.
Okay, so then I'm gonna bonus action disengage and get the F out of there.
Nice.
Okay.
So,
Perfect.
So, can we all
Okay.
leap across the roof to the other building?
We'll say that it is like a 20-foot gap.
Okay.
So
Who
you
has
would
the
have to
real
make
count?
a pretty big jump.
Okay.
He is unconscious, tied up in the
Oh.
closet of the second room.
I would
don't really
also
care about him.
I would also like to. Sorry, this is just side note. I let go of the Lucius disguise the second I teleport out. I don't want to be him anymore because that almost got me killed, Lamau.
Imagine Declan sitting there, they bite him, he teleports away and says,
Please. I'm like uncontrollably sobbing on Asham. I'm like, and the dog almost bit my ankle.
"It was me!"
So, would you guys prefer to just roleplay this for the next little bit?
Sure,
Well,
Either way works. I'm fine with
I-
either.
I don't care.
can we still go in turn though? I think it'd be better.
Yeah, I didn't mean to like take us out of
Okay.
initiative or anything. I was just stating
Yeah.
on the roof I don't want to be Lucius.
Absolutely, we can go in turn. So we're going to say that Keeper, as you get away unscathed, you're going to see the Beastmaster is going to look back across, look back out the window, and she's going to kind of sense the exact location you would assume of Declan and Asham
Oh,
that
no.
are across the street.
They got our
Okay.
scent.
Okay.
So
They got our scent. We're
she
screwed.
knows where they are. She knows where they are, but she is continuing into the building. She is on a
Okay.
mission.
So, knowing that, can I amend my, like, where I disengage to? Like, can I disengage into the second room? Is that where you two are?
Yeah.
Conus and... So
We're-
then...
We're about to get. I think we want to go out the window where you're at.
Okay.
As they go in the building, we're gonna go out the building.
Okay.
Are you
So,
bringing Lucius with you or no?
I'm grabbing him.
so yeah, Keeper wants to get into their room to go with them, basically.
Okay.
So if
As-
that's what he can do as his disengage, I'll do that.
As
Right.
you, yeah, go for it. I just know it's my next turn. I'm next. So
Yeah,
as
no,
you come
Draconis, you're next.
As you come in the room, I'm like, we're getting ready to go, and I look back and I go back and I grab Lucius. I'm like, and I kind of shuffle back over, like, let's get the hell out of here. And
As we're running, I like look over to him and like just think of all the fingernails that we'll be able to rip off later. It's worth the sacrifice.
Like, this isn't the point of that, but I pat him on the head. I was like, I still like you. I still love you.
Isaac blushes a little bit.
I still Okay, so can we, like, just, like, crawl out the window and, like, try to, like, jump off the window and down the alley?
Are you guys taking Nightshade
Lucius?
with you?
Nightshade.
That's Lucius.
Yes, Lucius
yeah.
Nightshade.
We're taking him with us.
Against
can I-
Ace's desires.
Is there any, like, I'm trying to think, like, any, you know how Payson put a tracker on the Beastmaster? Can I see if there's a tracker or something, I don't know, she's tracking
So
him
the
with?
tracker was one of the magical items
Yeah.
that you guys got last week.
Ace
Right.
is wondering if he can see if Lucius has a tracker on him. Not if he can put one on Lucius, but if the Beastmaster put one on
Sure.
Lucius.
It's true. You guys didn't actually specify if you guys had, like, searched him.
Right.
I know we had talked about, like, searching the dead bodies last week.
Oh yeah.
But we
I
didn't
wanna, like-
specify if we had searched him.
I did
Maybe-
specify that I was gonna go search him, but then it just kind of turned into I got robe. So
Can I ask
Okay.
Isaac's help? Can I ask Isaac's help to, like, kind of, like, strip all, like, I'm not, like, leave his shirt and his pants, but strip off, like, his overcoat, maybe his cape and stuff, and throw it in, and then whatever's on him, throw that in the closet, and just take him with us?
Asa wants to
Yeah, I'll
strip
do that.
off Lucius.
Oh.
You moved on from the Beastmaster pretty quick there, Asa.
If you guys would like, if Keeper can offer his cloak, because his cloak is the item you told us we could choose when we created, so they can choose what that cloak looks like to wrap him up in it.
Okay.
If
All right.
if Keeper can give that to them or offer them that information.
Let's strip him.
Okay.
Let's strip him naked and wrap him in a coat. Let's do it.
Sounds okay.
Please don't hurt my coat.
So these wolves are probably going to take no more than 10 seconds to do all this, or, like, to get into the next room.
I take my little ice squirt gun and I shoot the door and make it icy.
Do you have one of that? What?
Yeah.
All right.
He Mr. Freezes the door shut.
We're
Hey,
going to
Logan.
say that we have to make a series of rolls in order to make all of this happen. If any of these rolls do not go well, then the wolves are going to catch up to you guys before you make it out the window.
Okay.
Okay? The first roll is going to be a sleight of hand to disrobe him and cover him with the new robe.
Okay.
Okay? The second roll will be to freeze the door shut. And we're going to say that that's a luck check.
Okay.
With a DC 12. Because I'm feeling generous. And the third one is going to be an athletic check because you guys are going to be dragging a limp body that's like 220 pounds. This guy's a big dude.
Okay.
Okay? So, sleight of hand. Let's see how well you disrobe him quickly.
Okay. I rolled a 16.
16
I rolled a 9.
and a 9. Okay. We're going to say that you guys are able to get his clothes off, or most of his clothes off, pretty darn quickly.
If he's in his undergarments, okay.
But at the very moment you get the clothes off, you start hearing padded footsteps outside the door.
Oh no, squirt gun.
Asa, roll that squirt gun.
Oh.
DC 12.
That sounds like a really wild, like, Japanese game show. Roll that squirt gun.
It's a 15.
A 15. That door is frozen shut for the smallest of moments. Just long enough for you guys to open the window and start to drag him through. Go ahead and roll that athletics check to see how heavy or how strong you guys are.
How athletic you
Asham,
Ooh.
Asham, while they're doing this, do you want you and I, the two old
Yeah.
characters, to just make out on the roof?
I'm gonna run up to the door. Actually, sorry, Asa, I should have done this before. But I'm gonna run up to the door and I'm gonna cast immovable object.
That might be better than a squirt gun.
Oh yeah, Caleb, you could put your
So
mouth
any object I touch becomes magically fixed. I'll say that Asa and I can move it, because any creatures I designate can move it as normally. If not, the object is fixed in the air. It can hold up to 4,000 pounds of weight. More weight causes the object to fall. The creature can use an action to make a strength sense check against your spell save DC. On success, the creature can move the object up to 10 feet. So that door is shut unless she can roll a strength equal to my spell save DC.
She did seem like a muscle mommy, so let's hope she fails.
I know.
Oi, oi, oi.
Okay.
What was
So-
the DC on that?
But hopefully that'll buy us time. 16.
So wait, 16. Otherwise, it becomes like a 4,000-pound object.
Otherwise she can move it up to 10 feet, so she'd be able to open the door. But if she fails it, then she won't be able to open it. And I'm going to prepare a hold person, and the condition is if she opens the door, I'm going to cast hold person.
Hopefully we're gone by then.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And Asa, what'd you roll on that athletics check?
14.
A 14. So that is going to be enough, but we're going to say that that is a slow drag. And you guys are being chased by...
Fine, can I use my inspiration?
Go ahead and roll that inspiration.
Cool. I'm like, we need to get the heck out of here.
Why'd you be a
Natural
nat
20.
one? Oh.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah.
You just toss this brick of a man up onto your shoulder, casually open the window, and leap through up onto the edge of the cliff.
You somehow
Next to
learned to
the-
fly like Superman.
Yeah. I sprout wings and I turn into a falcon.
There's still like a 20-foot drop, a 20-foot gap, and then another 20-foot climb to get onto the roof where the others are. So, right now, if you were here on the edge of the cliff, there is the building behind the cliff, and there's about 5-6 feet of space. That direction leads to the wall of this, this part of the city. This way leads back to Silverwood Manor. And a little yard between the two buildings. So there isn't very many places to go right now.
Yeah, where's the way? Can't we just go the way where we came from the college?
From Silverwood Manor? So you want to go around Silverwood Manor, down the stairs, and then up to the college?
Oh, so are we on the other side of the building? Because when we approach the building, there's that main entrance. I thought we'd kind of be on that side, but we're on the other side of the building?
Yeah, so we're going to say that, like, if Silverwood Manor's here, this was there, that building, here were the windows to those rooms.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like,
more or less.
That's what I was picturing. Okay, so if you want to go back to the university, you certainly can. We're just going to have to go by Silverwood Manor.
Oh, okay. So what was... Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out our options. Tell us the routes we can go again. I'm sorry.
If you were to go left,
okay,
then you would get to the wall of the city. And there's going to be like a staircase that takes you up to the top of the wall, we'll say. And if you go right, there's going to be Silverwood Manor and potentially more people.
Well, that's where the wolves are, to the right. So
actually, the wolves are inside the building with you guys. They're just... If the doors are here, or pardon me, the windows are here, rooms are here, hallways back here.
Right.
So the wolves are in the hallway.
You just say towards Silverwood Manor, and that's where we just came from. So, if we go to the right, why would we head to the building that's behind us?
Good question. Well, it's like towards like the entrance of Silverwood Manor.
Okay.
Right, because they just jumped out the window, and then there's the stairs that lead up to it on the right.
Well, and also keep in mind we're in like the barn out back. We're not like in.
Oh yeah.
Silverwood Manor. We're like in the barn out back because she was like, "Yeah, if you want to kill him here."
And there's no going straight, right? That's just more.
20-foot drop. You could totally jump that and jump off the cliff, or see if you could climb your way down. You did roll a freaking nat 20 on your athletics check.
Where does the cliff lead to?
The main street, and
Okay.
potentially easier access to other parts of the city.
Okay. Well, up to you guys.
This is your choice.
This is my choice. Oh, okay.
It is. It is. You just leapt
You
out the
are the
window
one
with a
moving.
big, muscular man on your shoulder.
Uh-oh.
Bye, Dunter.
The wolves got him. The wolves got
The
him.
wolves.
Yeah. Okay, let's jump down the cliff.
Okay. And I'll just say that the benefit of your nat 20 is you're able to get down the cliff without taking any damage. We'll say that you're able to carry him pretty smoothly, and that is the blessing of the nat 20.
Okay. Down the
Well,
cliff.
it's south.
Okay.
Whoa.
You cut out. What'd you say, Dante?
He might be talking to.
My computer just shit itself. So
We thought the wolves got you.
Mm-hmm.
ideally,
Ideally.
Okay. So
I have an idea for when it's my turn.
Okay. I don't know whose turn it is now.
After Draconis, it is Asham. Asham Natrako.
Okay, can I see the lady from where I am?
It is a little too far, and she is inside the building.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay. Okay, what am I gonna do? I have. Let's see. Can I still see inside the building?
I'll say that you
I'm
can
too
see
far
the
because-
edge of the building.
Yeah, I can see the edge of the building. That's right, because fog. So I can't see anything.
Except for a man holding another naked man jumping 20 feet.
Let's see. Not really much I can do. I want to prepare an action. Can I see like the edge of the windows?
Yeah.
Not like inside? Okay. So let's see. I want to prepare an action. If I see a wolf poke their head or something out the window, I want to cast Sapping Sting. It's about like 30 feet away, right? Or like it's 20. Okay. So I will cast Sapping Sting, which they need to succeed on a con saving throw or take 1d4 necrotic damage and fall prone.
Oh.
So if I see the head of a wolf or anything poke out the window that is wolf,
That is
Sapping
wolf.
Sting.
Hey. Awesome. All right. Isaac. Or pardon me, Asham, is there anything else you'd like to do?
I think I'll just crouch behind. Well, by crouch I mean stand behind my taller than me old man friend.
Isaac, your turn.
So because I can't really do anything, I don't have any spells that can like help us that much. So I'm just gonna prepare hold my action.
Okay. And after that, you guys will hear the wolves start scratching at the backside of the door, and then you'll hear some thumps and some more thumps, and then all of a sudden, you will hear one massive crash against the door. That was a DC 16 saving throw,
Yes.
or check on that spell.
Well, don't forget
It
about
was.
the ice.
Don't forget about the ice. The ice at least makes it a DC 17.
Right.
Okay.
So don't forget about the ice.
Don't.
Okay. And the door holds.
Nice.
The door holds. And
Great
they aren't
spell.
able to break through. However, at the swift words of the Beastmaster, you will see 3 wolves leap out the first window they broke through. And Asham, go ahead and roll that attack.
Okay. Let's see. Go away. I don't need you.
chickens back.
19.
Oh.
19. Ooh, that definitely hits the wolves.
Okay. And then, so they need to succeed on a con saving throw, actually. I rolled because that's what Dungeon Master said to do, but it's actually just they succeed on a con saving throw.
Just a con save. Okay. Ignore me, please. He rolled a nat 20, unfortunately.
Yikers.
I should have just hit.
So he succeeds. What does the spell do on a success?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It
Okay.
whizzes past him.
It whizzes past him. Noted. Alright, Declan. You see these three wolves leap out onto the cliff face. They are sniffing, presumably for Lord, or pardon me, Count Nightshade. What do you do?
I would like to cast Minor Illusion. And I would like to make a... I know he's bigger than the 5-foot cube that Minor Illusion takes.
But if he's hunched over, we could take
Yeah,
it.
so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna kind of hunch him over just a little bit, so it looks like he's knocked out, and I can fit in his feet and everything. And I'm gonna make a mirror image of him down on the ground, in that where the 20 feet go down, and then there's that little 20 feet low area down there. I'm gonna put it. Yes, but I'm gonna put it between them and the wolves. But I'm gonna put it just 21 feet away from the wolves, so it's just out of their line of sight, so they don't see me casting it. But as soon as they get closer, they see it. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a deception check.
Deception, you said?
Indeed.
Nat 20, baby.
Dang.
That is a very convincing spell. Okay.
I'm a convincing man, you know. Dragon horns do. Not gonna say
They do
that.
wonders.
No. Yeah.
All right. Beyond, you guys will hear. Actually, you will see the Beastmaster herself emerge from out the window, and she is going to, knowing the location of the two from the before, she is going to take a standing long jump and leap across the gap. And in one powerful, swift jump, she reaches the other side, and that is her turn.
Did she
Yikes.
cross
So
through
she
the
is-
second room?
No, she went back out the first window. Yeah.
Okay.
And so from there, she is standing right next to you guys, but she's already used her action, and it is Keeper's turn.
Alright. So I think Keeper's just gonna
Push her
hop out the window.
Hop out the whip.
I mean that's not a bad idea. If Keeper can get there in time, if
Oh,
he
that's
can
right,
get
you're not
there
over here.
and push her off, then he will. I could disengage or I could dash as a bonus action. So how far do I need to go to get there?
Right now, where are you? You're on the right next to the building,
Yeah.
or on top of the building across the street.
So whatever I need to do to get, because I was in the second room with Draconis and Isaac. So
Right.
whatever I need to do to
Okay.
get to her.
Okay, so if you were to do this, you could use, I believe climbing uses twice the amount of movement.
Mhm.
And so if it would have been 60 feet to climb down and to climb back up, now we're looking at 100 feet of movement.
So to climb down the building or climb down the cliff? Did she jump down the cliff or
She
something?
jumped over.
She jumped over, so she's on top of the building across the street.
Oh, okay.
You could lasso her and yank.
Could lasso her.
I'm sorry, my mind is
That
at
would be quite cool.
So is it possible for Keeper to jump across to where she is?
Go ahead and so it is a 20-foot gap.
Okay.
How do you calculate standing jumps or long jumps? Like running long jumps, I guess.
So
Pretty sure it's
you can
strength.
jump the amount of distance based on your strength.
Yeah, I thought it was like
Given
10
like a
feet.
10-foot. Given like a 10-foot
Okay.
running start.
Is
Which
it
is
double
what-
your
She does not
strength
use
or
that,
just
however.
your strength?
Just your strength.
Okay, so I can't make the jump even if I'm just using my strength. So
Beyond that, I would allow you to roll for it. And see how far you get. It would be a
What-
pretty high DC because it is a 20-foot gap.
what
Your
would
strength
you
is
be?
pretty-
Could I politic for an acrobatics check to make the jump?
I'd allow that. Yeah.
All right.
Could I
Then
politic
I'll-
for it to not be? I'm just kidding.
See, I don't know if I want Keeper to be right next to her with no action. So I think Keeper. So you guys are also on the second roof across the way, right?
Jason, Caleb are.
Yeah.
I'm down the alley. I ran.
You're fleeing. So she's
Yeah.
going after Asham and
Declan.
Declan.
Declan,
So
yeah.
she's not going after you.
No. Which,
Okay, so
if they could do their, what is that, thunder step? They could do that again.
I do have one more spell slot, but I'm worried that she's gonna somehow be like super giga nuke, and I'm gonna need my counter spell. You know?
Hmm. But it's not her turn. It's your turn before her turn.
That is true. That is
But
true.
yeah, you never know.
So I think I'm just going to. Do I know that they went down the alley? Is that something that I?
You
Could
probably
know.
saw.
Okay.
Right there, you saw
So,
carrying down the cliff.
so I don't think there's much Keeper can do to actually help Asham or Declan. So, I mean, other than that, he could try and get their attention, but I don't think they're gonna
Just-
care.
Just
So he's just gonna go with the other guys.
Yeah, it's like just try and live. I'll thunderstep Asham and I out one more time, and after that we'll be screwed. But
So Keeper's gonna get to where Draconis is, and then Draconis and Isaac, and then he's going to, like, in terms of vicinity, how far away are we from like the castle itself? Are we pretty far from it, or are we in? Because we're in the rich area, right? Where's the map?
Yeah, so we have to be kind of close.
yeah, I think we're in Gon's yard right now.
Where's the map at? Where?
Is it in lore and history?
Lore and history. It is. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to say that you guys are right in the middle of Dawn's, or actually, do you guys see that little clearing with trees and whatnot
Yeah,
in Dawn's yard?
with a little
We'll say
pond.
that
Yeah.
Silverwood Manor is there, and the street, like, on the top left corner of it, that's where you guys are.
Okay, yeah. Is the Citadel, is that the castle?
That's the castle. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Keeper's
So-
just gonna get by them and call it.
Okay.
So that would probably be like a 15-minute walk when you're not carrying someone.
Right.
What about running?
Running, we could probably do that in a third the time
Okay.
when we're not carrying someone.
But he did roll a nat 20 on carrying a man. Just saying.
Yeah.
And we use that up by taking full damage from jumping off the cliff.
Yeah.
Are there city guards
Yeah.
around?
What was that?
Are there city guards around?
No, because we did not fetch help.
Okay.
Mm.
Declan.
Declan.
Definitely did not fetch help.
I might have put us in a bad situation, boys. I'm sorry.
No comment.
That's funny.
Okay. So if Keeper's dipping, Draconis, it is your turn.
I don't
Are
think
you just gonna start booking it?
I mean, Isaac is kind of with me. I guess he worked. Yeah, never mind. I
Yeah,
guess
I'm with you, man. I'm just
Okay.
gonna follow.
Yeah, we're just gonna book it towards the castle. Because I
Okay,
assume
Asham,
the closer we are get to the castle, the more guards there'll be.
the more likely it is you'll have people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Asham, what do you do when this muscular woman leaps across the gap
Oh,
and stands next to you?
the things I would do.
Other than ejaculate.
Oh.
Ashton is gonna be like, that's one big woman.
So she's muscular, but she's actually only 5'3".
Oh,
That's one almost my height woman.
That's one woman.
I'm just gonna turn to Declan and be like, ah. Just look up at him, be like,
What do we do?
Alright. And with that in mind, the wolves. You are going to see the three that came out onto the cliff. They are going to dive into the room where all of what's-his-face's clothes are. And you'll hear some rustling and growling and the snapping of jaws.
They don't get like deceived by my minor illusion at all.
They are going off of smell. They didn't actually notice it. I rolled right after you made that illusion. However, that will come into play on their next turn. Because they were already headed toward the other room. They aren't terribly smart. But that's active for 60 seconds. So this is only 6 seconds in. Anyways, pardon me. I can't actually
hey,
see
Logan?
you guys. Yes.
we're running towards the college, not the Citadel, because it's closer.
This song is
Very
such
well.
a banger, Logan. I got a side note and just say, great
No,
song.
I agree. This is a good song. All right. Okay. And she, the Beastmaster herself,
Wait, did they teleport yet, or?
No.
no, she's right on the roof next to them.
Right. Looking dashing.
She is going to cast.
Wait. Okay. It's not even her turn. Oh.
Yes, it is.
Well, what did Chase do this turn?
Oh, Declan. Oh, that's right. I was assuming that, or you guys had talked about Thunder stepping away. Pardon me. Go ahead and take your turn, Declan. I skipped you.
Yeah, you know what? We're not gonna thunder. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm gonna cast Thunderstep, and me and Asham are gonna get. I would like to go as far as I can, which I know is 20 feet because of the fog. So 20 feet away. And then, so yeah, I need her to roll. Is it just her that's within 10 feet of me, or?
Yes.
Okay, so then I need just her to roll the Constitution, DC 16. Constitution saving throw.
She fails miserably.
Oh, yippee!
Yippee!
All right, let's see. Where's my other D10? I'm panicking. Oh, here we are.
Nat 1, she takes double damage.
Not one.
Nat 0. She's dead.
Oh.
Okay, so we got a 9, a 7, and a 3, so 19 damage.
Good.
Okay. Excuse me.
Do people get pushed by that spell at all?
No.
Darn.
Immediately after you disappear, a thunderous boom sounds, and each creature within 10 feet of the space you left must make a Constitution saving throw, taking 3d10 thunder damage on a failed save or half as much. The thunder can be heard from up to 300 feet away. You can bring along objects as long as their weight doesn't exceed what you can carry. You can also teleport one willing creature of your size or smaller who is carrying gear up to its carrying capacity.
Cool. That was
Creature must
helpful.
be within 500 feet of you.
And you are going to see, after you guys thunderstep away, Are you guys gonna run or?
I would like to.
Run.
I would like to use my movement to run away. Run away!
And we'll say that you guys are able to do so, and you are no longer able to see her.
Nice.
However, as you guys are running away, you will hear the thud as she touches the ground on the street below. At this point, Draconis, she's probably around 50 feet away from you, but it appears she too was fooled by the illusion set up by Declan.
Nice.
I love minor.
And that has bought you guys just a little bit more time.
So I assume we're in front, and then Declan and Ashton are like maybe 20 feet behind us, and then 30 feet is the Beastmaster.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So as I'm carrying this dude, can I have help carrying him so we can move faster?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could
We'll
certainly
say.
try.
Screams help.
Help! Help!
Since I
me!
prepared my
You can say-
action, can we use the dash action to move him as fast as possible?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I just-
And we'll say if two of you guys are carrying him at a time, that you guys are able to move quickly enough that you guys are able to find your first group of guards.
Okay.
They were out on patrol at night, and they see the commotion, and as you guys near them, they are understandably freaked out. What do you guys say to them as they lower their spears at you while you're carrying this dazed, bloodied, naked man?
Your silver-tongued cohort is not there, so good luck.
The party, it was too crazy. No.
He had a little too much ale.
Too much. Wolves. There's people attacking Silver Manor Inn.
Crazy.
Wolves.
Whoa! Oh!
Run for your lives.
We're getting hurt!
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Oh man, based on that was awful. That was.
I mean, it's a pretty wild claim, saying there's some wolves chasing after us in the middle of this very populated city.
Here's the thing, I don't have a minute to explain everything that just went down.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, that's about all the time you have.
All right. Persuasion.
There's wolves attacking the manor. We need help.
Should be pretty good, right?
Oh, 19.
Oh,
Nice. So, as you say that, this group of 4 guards are going to look past you and see. Hello, Digby. It's good to see you too.
Digbert.
Oh, so
You guys are going to see the guards kind of leap into action, and the 4 of them are going to place them behind you guys, in between you and the wolves.
Right.
And they're going to stand there and wait and allow you guys to get away. They're going to kind of cover your retreat.
They should just follow us. I'm like, I don't think you guys are going to be able to fight them. You should just come with us.
The lead guard is going to say,
No.
"Alright, we've got this. You get him to safety."
Oh,
Doesn't look good. And then
okay.
he's going to turn back with his spear.
Isaac's just gonna let out an audible chuckle. He's gonna, and he's gonna say thanks, and then run away.
All right.
Keeper's freaking out about his cloak. It's like, don't hurt my cloak, please.
I'm gonna wait and point as because they're 20 feet away, but they're right behind us. The guards can probably see them. It's like those two are our friends. They're fine.
we also do just look like 2 old men, so it's I don't think they're worried about us.
Are you still holding the mask to look like the?
No, you dispelled it, right?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm just looking like me with no dragon horn right now. I'm just old man. I'm just.
All right. I was gonna say those guards are in for.
They'd be really confused. They're like, "Wait a minute, you're not naked or bloodied."
What happened?
Okay.
Then yeah.
So-
Then once they catch up, we'll run.
Okay. And so with that, we're going to say where you guys have started running into people, and you've got a pretty moderate distance between you guys and the wolves, as well as the Beastmaster. We're going to end combat for a moment and let you guys escape.
Okay.
Nice.
However, as you guys are sprinting towards the college, you will hear the terrified screams of these 4 brave yet innocent and possibly kind of stupid guards
Oh no.
Thought so.
I feel so
as
bad.
they are torn limb from limb by these wolves. Do you guys have you guys ever seen like the Twilight movies?
Yeah. Okay.
No.
I have.
I have
So
not.
these wolves are kind of the same size as the werewolves in those movies.
Oh, so they big boys. They the
These
They're
are
dire wolves.
huge,
They big,
massive
big-
wolves. Like they are considered large creatures. They take up 4 squares.
I think
You know,
I think
I-
the guards.
I-
Yeah, I definitely think the guards were thinking we were saying like just wolves.
Yeah.
Like if they were just wolves, they could have handled them easily. But well, yeah, dire wolves, they're not
I
handling
should have
that.
said that. And I tried to warn
While
them.
we're running,
know, you
I'm
did.
gonna look back at Draconis and I'm like, you tried to warn them.
Yeah.
I still feel bad.
And we'll say that you guys are able to make it to the university, where you will find that there is yet more commotion ahead of you. Apparently,
Son of a
there has been an attack.
Don't do this to me, man. Please.
Oh,
What do you think is going to happen?
Oh no!
I just think my guy's dead. That's what I think. My boy. My cream cheese. My
Can I
crack.
Your little pillowcase.
can I investigation to see if it has anything to do with like the Beastmaster or any of the other Deathbringers?
Could be. We could be running into another trap. No, it's a face-off.
Logan?
Trap.
It's a trap.
Yeah,
I can?
absolutely. Go ahead and roll that investigation check.
What is my investigation? My investigation's +0, so that's a 16.
16.
Yeah, not
Okay.
great, not bad.
So with that, you will indeed see the footprints of massive wolves all around as you get closer to Gidget Billowcase's workshop.
Oh dear.
Can I sprint to Tardith's house?
Yes, you certainly can.
How close is it?
Are you going to leave the party?
Yes.
Okay. So let's resolve what these people are saying or seeing, and then we'll cut to you as you sprint towards Tardith.
Okay. I mean, we're all together. We can explain really quick what we're doing to each other. I want to look to Keeper and be like, it might be a trap. Do you still want to go see if Gidget's okay?
I think Keeper is like, I have to see if he's okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, Chase, did you want to explain what you were going to do?
No, Declan is gonna run off.
No, okay, he just
Like,
goes. Okay,
yeah,
bye, Declan.
no, like it's a very panicked, very scared sprint. He like something occurred in his mind that he realized, and he just bolted.
I look at the old man. Old man, what are you gonna do? Chase, Caleb, that's you. You're the old man. I don't.
What happened?
Very old man of you. What happened? What did he say? What did he say?
I'm with you guys.
Okay. Yeah. Then we run towards the college.
Okay. So as you guys get closer to Gidget's workshop, you will see the bodies of a librarian, a scholar, and a couple of other people who may have just gotten in the way, as it appears that wolves tore them limb from limb. And as you get closer to Gidget's house, or Gidget's workshop, unfortunately you will smell the thick stench of blood. And unfortunately, when you enter his workshop, you will see Gidget's body lying on the ground.
crap, man.
That's
Is that what Keeper
that's
said?
canonically what
I
Keeper
think
says.
I think that Keeper just charges in, and then like as he sees the body, like he just kind of falls down to his knees and just sits above Gidget's body, unmoving, silent.
We don't have a lot of time, do we? I'm gonna.
If you guys are carrying Lucius or still, you know this place isn't safe.
Yeah. Okay. I give Keeper like a few seconds, but then I grab him and I'm like, "We can't stay here. We need to go right now." I know it's hard, but we gotta go. Grab anything you think is useful from his workshop when we're out of here.
So how bloodied is the Count Lucius? Like how bad a position is he in?
Very, very bad. He was within an inch of his life before, reduced to one single hit point, and then you guys continue to bludgeon him with your fists and open hands. So he is still in pretty shape.
I think as Draconis like puts his hand on Keeper's shoulder to like bring him up, Keeper's gonna slowly turn and he's gonna look at Draconis, and then he's gonna look at the Count, and Keeper's gonna try and kill the Count right now.
All right. Well.
So I don't know. I don't know if there's anything anybody wants to do to stop it, but he's just gonna draw his sword and just try to pierce it into the back of his head.
I cannot.
I guess I'll try to move him out of the way and kind of be like, "That's not going to help anything." Just
Be
kind
like,
of like,
Keeper,
"It's not going to help anything."
This wasn't
It's
his
his
fault.
fault. It is his fault.
This is not his fault.
Keeper's gonna go in for the strike. I don't know how you want to resolve that.
Isaac's gonna try to tackle him.
A
Keeper?
lot's happening.
Yeah.
A lot is happening. So I don't like to have roles like between party members, just because I think that is less likely to get what we want to happen done.
But it's happening.
So, as you guys think the story would benefit from, what happens when Isaac tries to tackle Keeper?
I will say just logically, Keeper, like, I'm going to remind people that Keeper's like 400 pounds. He's not
That's
easy
true.
to tackle, so.
Oh.
Well, maybe he could like push him back a little bit. I
Fair.
don't know.
Yeah.
I'll just try to contest him. I'll just try to hold his arm. And I'm just gonna say we still have information we need from him.
And Asham is going to cast Spiritual Weapon and just kind of block his attack with this spiritual sword. Or the spiritual blade.
Very fancy.
Right.
Technically, you'd be doing a parry because he's thrusting his sword, not swiping.
Okay, I'll parry it.
Dungeon Master, I have a question.
Yeah. Ask away.
So I have a spell that requires a willing creature, but what if that creature is unconscious? Does the spell automatically fail, or does
What's
it
the spell?
succeed? So I want to try to cast Feign Death on Lucius.
Like, oh, he's already dead.
Okay.
And then
And who are you trying to convince?
It's not convinced. It's like Feign Death. Like, if the spell goes through, then it's going to be as if he's dead.
Right.
I can read the exact wording.
To what end are you wanting to complete or perform this spell?
Yeah, I think Logan's trying to
I
ask,
want to cast it just to, like... Oh, okay. So I'm casting it because I want to be like... looks like he was in bad shape. It looks like he passed away. I mean, you're going to be stabbing a corpse. And I'm going to say that to Keeper and be like, there's no point in killing a dead man.
So you're
Then we're
Exactly.
gonna-
Tested against.
well, I think the whole thing is Keeper's actively stabbing him, right?
Yeah, I don't think like you can.
Fair. Yeah, that wouldn't do anything.
I don't.
Because
know.
you're like in the
He's
act of trying to
still-
stab
Yeah,
him.
he
Still
would
doing
already
stabbing.
he would already stab. by the
Like,
time
yeah,
you cast it.
I think like as soon as Draconis puts his hand on Keeper's shoulder, Keeper stands up and like looks at Draconis, and then is immediately going to try and thrust his rapier into the Count's head, basically.
Okay.
So
So-
I don't know.
There
Like,
basically
we have the sword that's blocking it. And
yeah,
like,
basically what he's saying is there's no role playing out of this for
Yeah.
Keeper.
Yeah,
There's no like
'cause he's
talking
just
him out of it.
attacking.
Yeah, it's you have to do something like to actively stop it from happening.
Yeah.
There's no
We
talking
said
him
what
out of
we're
it.
doing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab his wrist then. Try to grab his wrist.
We're going to have two different rolls.
right?
One is going to be an attack roll from Keeper, and the other, we're actually going to say two other people can roll to try to contest that roll.
Feel like
Asham, go ahead and roll, let's say an attack roll as well, from your Spirit Blade. And Isaac, you roll to grapple. If
Okay, is that just a strength?
the attack roll from Keeper is the highest, he will kill the Count.
All right, give me
Okay.
just a second.
With that in mind, Keeper, go ahead and keep your roll to yourself for the moment. Isaac, what did you roll to grapple?
Which roll am I doing? Is it just like a raw strength roll, or
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I believe it's
16.
just a strength check. 16. Asham, what did you roll for your attack?
22.
Keeper, what did you roll?
I also rolled a 22.
So can we say, since there's two of us working to prevent it from happening, that would, since those tied?
We're going to say that in this instance, because Keeper reacted first, his blade is going
got
to
him.
make it to the Count. And the
Dang.
tie is going to go to the runner in this case. So,
Okay.
the Count starts, or pardon me, the Count starts and then falls limp on top of Draconis' shoulder. What do you guys do now?
I mean, are there death saves? I
Drop
don't
him.
know what you do with.
No, he's dead.
Okay, cool.
He's dead.
I then I just throw him on the ground. It's like whatever. I don't care.
There's no point in carrying
And I'm
him.
just gonna loot the room.
Keeper's gonna take his cloak off the Count.
Like I really don't care. I'm just gonna throw him on the ground.
We have to go. We cannot stay here.
Oh well. Apparently we're not listening to reason anymore, and I'm gonna loot the room.
Okay.
Isaac is gonna follow.
Okay.
I just wanna
In
see-
the room,
A quick scan. Is there anything of note that's valuable or might be helpful?
Keeper has spent a good deal of time in this room. So the first thing everybody else notices are just tools and equipment. Because he's a tinkerer, you can see a couple of unfinished projects that he's been working on. And to be fair, these are some very unique and presumably very expensive tools, but that's about all you guys are able to see right off the bat, if you guys are looking for speed. Keeper, you will notice, however, he has his own little journal of notes that he's been keeping for his own projects. But other than that, we're going to say that that's all you guys are able to see in this very quick search.
Yeah, we can take the tools. Yeah. So
I don't
Yeah.
know that Keeper's gonna leave. So
okay. If you don't leave, I'll just leave you there. Just like not that like you are his friend and he does care about you, but in this moment he's just kind of pissed off in general. So
well,
This would be like potentially meaning like you would leave Keeper to his death.
oh, I don't know.
I just want to put that into
It's
perspective.
spur of the moment. It's spur of the moment.
It is spur of the moment. I'm trying to help him, and then he kills the guy we're trying to get information. It just seems very sporadic and just no. I just think my character would get really frustrated and just leave.
Okay. Does anybody accompany?
I can't haul around a 400-pound man.
I want to talk to Keeper, and Ashlam's just gonna be like, I believe in justice, and I believe that this man deserved justice, exactly as you brought. Yes, I think we could have gotten information from him, but, justice has been brought. And I believe that you did the right thing. And I know that you lost someone very dear. And I know it's painful. But if you stay here, you will die and you will not be able to avenge his death.
I'll be waiting outside, just giving them a moment.
Can I just roll something to myself to see, like, how consolable Keeper is, basically? I want to see just kind of... So I think as Asham does that, Keeper's going to stand up, grab the journal, grab his cloak off of the Count. I think he's going to quickly try and search the Count, and then he's just going to exit the room.
Okay. Searching for anything in particular?
I think he's just trying to search
all of his clothing and whatnot.
Oh, he was okay. Then
Yeah,
I forgot he was naked. So
He went naked.
Keeper does a quick cavity search, and then Keeper just grabs his cloak, grabs the journal, and then he's gonna just step out, basically.
Right.
And can I be outside just scanning the area, just making sure, waiting for them, making sure nobody's approaching, or...
Absolutely. Yeah, so am I correct in assuming you guys are all sticking together now?
Yeah, I was just kind of waiting for them. I was like, you know what, there's nothing I can say. I'm going to get some air. And if he did, I was planning on that, like, if Keeper didn't end up coming in the next minute, I was just going to, I guess, leave with the rest of the party.
If he didn't end up what in the next minute?
What?
Keeper moment.
Anyway, I want to be
just gonna
scanning.
follow.
I want to be scanning the area while I wait for them.
Okay. So, for a moment, you guys begin to hear the howls of wolves once more. Where would you guys like to go?
Towards wherever direction Declan went.
Oh, I have one more question. Sorry.
Yes.
Was there anything on Gidget? Like, was there anything on his body the Keeper could have grabbed before he left?
It was a journal, right?
Was that journal on him?
So that was going to be on his workbench, is kind of what I was picturing.
Alright.
On his person, though.
Ooh.
Let me get back to you on that.
Can
Let
I-
me get
can
back
I-
to you.
Can I suggest something that would be cool? Is Gidget's hat that was in that one picture. And then Keeper just has that big hat. That would have been cool. But up to y'all. Just saying.
I was gonna say he has blueprints for like a future upgrade of Keeper that he's been holding off for a long time.
Actually, that's going to be in the journal, is upgrades that Keeper's going to make.
I'm ahead of the game. I'm ahead of the game.
Massive W?
So, like, that'll justify his leveling up and continuing the
actually
ability
really
to
cool.
upgrade his body.
That's cool.
And not be a
Anyways.
rack moment.
But yes, we're going to say that you do find something in his hand. What that is, though, I have yet to decide.
Okay.
Okay?
So I have something,
Okay.
and I put it
We
in my
do.
bag.
Yeah, put in your notes
Yes.
something.
That's what I have.
Something was found tonight. Okay. And after that, Declan, we are jumping to you.
I want to, like, full on, just straight beeline to Tardeth's house.
It's going to be a couple minutes of sprinting because he lives in the Citadel. So we're going to say that at a dead run, you're able to make it there in 5 or so minutes. What are your intentions.
Do I see any, like, wolf prints, any blood, anything that denotes that this place has also been attacked?
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Perception.
It's not great. That's not great. 4.
Can't see anything. Fog got in his eyes.
The fog.
You are sprinting through the night. Every once in a while, you will see some torches emitting a glow around them, lighting up just enough for you to step 1 foot in front of the other. And as you get closer to the citadel, you do not see any footsteps or any paw prints. You don't see anything like that.
Are there
Is there
any...
still fog?
I'm assuming there's still fog, right? Yeah.
There is.
Are there lights on in Tardeth's house? Would a 4 perception tell me that? Understandable if not.
So,
but
as you approach the citadel, you're going to find a wall blocking your path. The gate is shut at this moment.
are there guards near?
And at the moment, there are guards next to it, yeah. So as you approach them, what do you say?
In a very panicked like tone of voice, I'm gonna say, I need to get past this wall right now.
Alright, what's your business here? Who are you?
I'm a good friend of Tardeth, and there's been attacks, and I need to make sure that both him and my daughter are safe.
There's been attacks. What are you going on about?
The universities, what was it, Riverwood? Not Silverwood.
Silverwood.
The universities, the Silverwood Inn, all of them have been attacked.
That sounds pretty serious. How do you know Tardeth?
How do I him and I were... Oh, it's cause I was Zoranda's... Let me go back to
court
the backstory
physician
real quick. Yeah, I was Zoranda's court physician. How did I...
You fought with him during the war, we could say.
Okay. I have it in here somewhere, but I will go with that for now. I back during the war, I served with Tardeth alongside the Company of 8 and underneath Zoranda. We're all very good friends.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Ooh, that's a little bit better. And by a little bit, I mean literally 15 numbers better than the other. Persuasion with a 18, that's 23.
He's going to look you up and down for a moment. And he's going to look to his companion and he's going to say, perhaps we should alert Tardeth of this. And together they're going to open one of the doors next to the gate and allow you passage. And the three of you guys will then run into the citadel, where you will find Tardeth being woken from his sleep.
Tardeth, I'm very sorry to wake you with this, but I need to know that Deanna is safe.
What? Yes, she's safe. She's just right over there. And he's going to gesture through a doorway down the hall, and you'll see the door he's gesturing to. The door looks undisturbed.
Okay. I'm gonna say to Tardeth, I promise to fill you in just a second, but please, I need to go check on her first. And then I'm gonna sprint to that door and go check on Deanna.
And as you open the door, or burst through the door, I'm assuming, you will see the room entirely undisturbed. And you will see Diana, frightened, kind of sit up in her bed and be like...
Understandably so. I'm immediately just gonna go give her like a big bear hug and just like tears rolling down my eyes, and just say, "I'm so glad you're safe."
It's good to see you too. She's gonna wrap her arms around you, and she's gonna cough over your shoulder. And you'll notice as you have this warm embrace that her condition has worsened. But
It
she's
hasn't
glad to see you.
it hasn't been getting easier on you, has it?
No.
I promise. Your father is working. He does everything with you in mind.
You made any progress? Actually, I have a question for you. One moment. Let me message it over to you real quick.
Sounds good?
Goodbye, everybody.
Hmm.
I've got to go. This seems like an interesting conversation. Bow now.
She's gonna look up to you and she's gonna say, have you made any progress in your research?
I believe I've made progress with, unfortunately, more than I could regarding your mother. I've found a source of power that has given me immense ability, and although I'm not confident I can fix anything quite yet, I believe I'm on the right path. And not only that, but I've found some books that research this power that I'm talking about.
That's excellent news. But I don't know what is going on.
Sorry, will you say that again? Your mic kind of cut out a little bit.
She's gonna say, well, that's excellent news, but I don't think that's why you're here. What's going on, Father?
Run.
A father can't just check in on his daughter every now and then just because he loves her.
Is everything all right?
Of course. Everything will be all right as long as you're here with Tardeth. I trust him with my life, and therefore I trust him with your life. I have nothing but faith that he will keep you safe.
Right. And so, as Declan, or pardon me, Isaac had to go. He's getting a migraine. So we're just going to say he's going to stick with the rest of the party. Are you guys making your way towards the Citadel as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll say that you guys are able to sneak away, and after the wolves, the wolves go into the university, and you guys get away. It seems like once they found Nightshade's body, they were no longer interested in you. And eventually you're able to make it to Tardith's Citadel, where you will find the guards. Pretty much everybody has been woken up, and you are being then brought to Tardith and to Declan. Yes, that is it. And at this point, Tardith has finished organizing the men. He's issued some orders, and then he's going to say, Declan, what is the meaning of this? Why is there so much commotion?
Well, we first and foremost, I regret to inform you that every member but one of the Emberborn Enclave has fallen to the hands of who we have recently discovered to be the Night Masks. They attacked at the Silverwood Inn, or Silverwood Manor, pardon, and when you had sent the enclaves there, they fought valiantly but had ultimately fallen.
I see. These are grave tidings indeed. And he's going to look at the state of the party. Each one of you has been bloodied in some way tonight, and so he's going to look at you and offer you guys a room, a place to stay and recover for the night. And then you'll see him gesture some orders for some a platoon to go check the damage done at Silverwood Manor.
I did also bring up the university to the guards as well.
Okay, thank you. And so separate detachments going to each place.
Harry waving at you. Say hi.
Hello.
Has he been informed of the Deathbringers yet?
I did not inform him of that because I wasn't sure if we should, but we definitely could. That looks actually amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does.
W.
Okay.
Caleb takes half the pizza.
Caleb just folds the pizza in half and just.
So you're going to see. Actually, could we take a short potty break and then Target will we'll get back to you guys?
Yes, thank you. I need to go so
bad. He's so bad. All right, I'll see you guys in a minute.
Me, as a man who does not drink water, does not need to pee.
You can have the sauces.
I like sauce.
I said, Caleb, as all three of them go to use the restroom, I go, me, as a man who does not drink water, does not need to pee.
No water, no potty.
No water. I do have water here, and it's like half, but I drank half of this in like 3 days, so.
Nice.
I don't know how I'm alive, quite honestly.
A little bit's enough.
There's water in this, right?
Yeah.
Carbonated water. Carbonated water. How's the pizza?
Delicious. You gonna watch it?
I was.
Oh, you were? I saw. You watched it for approximately. Let's see. 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Oh, I did an oopsie. Are you guys having a break?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Don't be mad.
What did you do?
I might have. You know how I've had a tendency to get in car accidents?
Bro, did you get in a car accident?
A one-person car accident.
By yourself? What'd you run into?
You know the poles at the gas station.
We literally had this conversation at your parents.
No, and I did it again. And the whole thing was the little lights came off. Half of the thing, like.
How hard did you hit it?
I don't know, pretty dang hard if it scraped a part of my car off. And I was super embarrassed, so I didn't call you.
Trying to mute myself.
You don't have to mute yourself. Oh.
Women. I'm just kidding. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Hello, Froggerman.
How dare you call me a Froggerman?
Sorry.
I'm a Turboman.
I meant stir.
I couldn't see, and so I was like, I'm almost at Maverick. I'll just turn in and park there. But I couldn't see, like, this much on my eye.
Hello,
And all of a sudden I was like,
Froggerman.
How dare you call me a Froggerman?
Sorry.
yeah.
I meant.
Turboman.
I meant.
That's why the pizza's cold.
That's right.
Then my dad made me put a sticker on
Session
the
hasn't
car.
was. I was all vinkling.
Caleb, can I tell you something?
I knew it
Huh.
Your stream wasn't muted for all of that.
I know. I figured.
Okay, I was
And then she
like,
was like, "You don't have to mute it," and then I was like, "Okay, then I won't worry about my stream."
because I was like, I heard you go, did you get into a car crash? And I like came back to your stream and unmuted it, and then I heard her like actually upset about it. I was like, oh, I should let him know, but
It was fine. It was just funny.
yeah, I know. I was kind of laughing until I.
Oh, no! Everybody knows it.
Everybody who ever watches my stream.
I think it's Dante's fault.
It is.
Honestly.
It is. Yeah. No.
So,
Caleb, tell Alexis that it's Dante's fault. Because everything's
It's
Dante's
our
fault.
friend Dante's fault.
Yeah.
She knows Dante. Dante was at the wedding.
she gets it.
She gets it. She gets
Well,
it.
his headache made the thing fly in my eye.
Exactly. So she gets it.
Yeah. Dante's fault.
I like Logan's massive squishmallow on the bed.
I want it.
Yeah, dude.
How many squishmallows do you have over here?
Oh dear.
Please. Well, I love you, but I'm gonna play Breath of the Wild.
W.
That's such a W
fair.
sentence right there, dude.
W.
I love you, but I'm gonna play Breath of the Wild.
Fair.
I love you, but bye.
I love you, but
Also, look at this lady that we encountered. Come look.
oh, dude, Hachi Machi Mamma Mia, am I right?
Yeah, dude. Hachi Machi.
Boobs.
No,
Oh,
it's a character in the campaign. She's a beast master.
Beastmaster.
She can master Ace's
Show
beast,
me-
if you know what I mean.
Show me Bob and Vagine.
Show me Bob and
Beastmaster.
Vagine.
Bro.
Like the dog.
If I wasn't a
The
robot,
wolf.
Dude, I was
perhaps I would slide into DMs.
if I weren't an old man, perhaps I would slide into DM. Well, that's not really stopping me. That's not really stopping me.
I feel like an old man can slide in easier.
I can't believe you said that.
Alexis in the back, dude.
It's a ball. Ew. It's a ball.
We're talking about sliding into
It
DMs,
probably
bro.
doesn't. Oh. Oh.
Okay.
I can't breathe.
We're talking about DMs, dude.
Okay, Logan and Asa, for some background as to what just happened. Caleb says to Alexis, he goes, look at this girl we just met in D&D. And me and Coolin are like, Hachi Machi Mamma Mia. And then Coolin goes, if I weren't a robot, I would slide in the DMs. And I said, if I weren't an old man, I would slide in the DMs. And then I said, then again, I guess that's not really stopping me. And Caleb goes, since you're an old man, I figured it'd be easier to slide in. And so all Alexis heard was, since you're an old man, it'd be easier to slide in. So she's like, ew!
And then she said it probably wouldn't work anyway.
She's not wrong.
No, she's not wrong at all.
Uh-oh. You can just canonize Declan's impotency.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not sure how long since my last lover, but it's probably been a while. Quite honestly, it's probably been a while.
Too long.
It's been too long. So
How old is your child?
she's like 20 something.
20
I like the
long,
role.
excruciating gears.
I like the role Ace's character has taken of being in situations where he just gets effed, and he's like, great. I
Yeah.
have no choice but to be pissed off now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Are you speaking words?
Oh, I can't hear you.
You are extremely quiet.
No, it's worse.
Worse.
A little bit.
That'll do it.
What is that?
A plug that was unplugged.
Blood.
Oh.
Blood. Guys, look at what happens.
Archer. Just like, I don't know what the problem is. Nothing
Oh.
changed.
Your voice is coming back.
I've been sitting down too
Coming
much,
back.
and now my pants have risen up.
That's the
They're
worst.
pantaloons.
I got
There must be a flood coming. Chase
Nice.
is prepared for it.
I like that posture.
That's
Oh my
good.
gosh.
This is the
That's
Donald
good.
Trump posture. Do you guys remember that one picture of Donald Trump where he was like,
Yeah.
That's my president.
I need to see what that looked like on Killstream.
Yeah. Yeah. and then it goes bang.
I guess good enough.
Okay.
Yes, I
Oh,
can hear
there it
you.
is.
Alright. Weird. Nothing changed. I just plugged in my charger.
I think he's just been going in and out, and it's just working now.
Ooh. Well, if you guys can hear me, then we're all set.
Yeah, I'm pissed off.
Okay. Ticked off, did you say?
Yeah, my character's pissed off. Or ticked off, or however you want to say
For
it.
good reason. For good reason. He's like, hey guys, we're about to die. And Keeper's like, no, I'm going through my emo phase. He's like, well, I don't want to leave you to die.
Oh, and it's like, dude, I just jumped off like a 40-foot stories to save this guy.
And now
you
you're
just killed him.
So, out of character, like, he probably just saved your guys' life.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. And I, especially after I screwed ourselves over when I didn't call for the guards, I was like, big brain, I'm the guards. And then when stuff went south, I was like, small brain, I'm the guards.
You know where the real mistake was? It was not interrogating him before trying to go to bed.
That
was a
too.
mistake.
That was also a big mistake.
Yeah, I don't know why we did that. I was just trying to keep quiet.
Pretty sure I remember Asa specifically saying, tormenting takes a lot out of me. I should go to sleep first.
We were getting so hungry for the level up, dude.
Yeah, that's true. That is true too.
You're like, level up, level up, level up.
Oh, that's funny.
So, Tardif is going to come back to you guys, and he's going to say, it appears you've been through quite an ordeal. I've sent men to both those locations. For now, I would encourage you to rest. We will discuss our plans in the future in the morning.
Can I,
And with that, he'll wave a hand to dismiss you guys.
Can I, real quick, can I just insight on that? Just to, I don't think there is, but I just want to see if there's any, like, I think you guys did this, you know? Can I insight for any untrustfulness behind that?
Roll for it.
That's a nat one.
Hmm.
You sense nothing but suspicion from him.
Casey rolled a nat 1. Casey rolled.
You said nothing but suspicion, dude.
All right. And now you guys go to bed, and now you guys get your long rest and level up.
I will just say, due to the nat one, I think I'm gonna say to Keeper, maybe just keep an eye on the doors as we fall asleep, just to make sure that no one tries to arrest us or kill us in our sleep.
Keeper's gonna just shut down right there.
Like do you guys remember in the in Phantom Menace when those like big tanks come out and they release the racks of battle droids and they go like it's like the reverse of that.
It's
Wait,
like when
okay.
they blow up the Federation ship and they all
Yeah.
Is there
knock the
a place to
headphones out of
shower
their head.
that I could take a shower before I go to bed?
There is a communal washroom.
I go there.
We'll say.
A public wash.
After I kind of like take off my clothes and stuff like that, I grab a towel and I head there.
Can I
Wash him too.
just go to Deanna's room?
Just me and
And
an
then-
old guy.
I would like to study the books I got enough that I can learn as much of them as possible while still getting a long rest.
Absolutely.
Awesome. I have 4 of those books. Would you like to know which one I want to study?
Yes.
I would like to study how many like do you want me to give you like a list of like this is my top priority, this is my last, and then it's like go from there, or just pick one book and tell you this is what I want to study?
Pick one book and you're just gonna read through it.
Let's go with the. I'm gonna flip a coin here. Sorry. Flip a coin. Okay, I am going to study the Secret Mysteries of Dragons book.
Okay. As you read, you're going to learn about, well, there are entire sections and chapters on the different chromatic types of dragons, their general behaviors, like what their advantages and strengths and weaknesses are. But as you read, you're going to find one section in particular that catches your eye. And at the start of it is posed the question: what happens if these different colors of dragons intermingle?
Ooh.
You're going to read that instead of the children of type A and type B being either type A and B, we're going to create a type C.
Need a purple
And
dragon.
create an entirely new type of dragon. And these can be monstrous creatures. And that is what you will read and glean out of that book during this night.
Very cool. Thank you.
Okay. As you guys wake up the next morning, you guys are now level 6. Congratulations, go team. You guys will get together before y'all make your way to Tardith, or before Tardith summons you. What do you guys say to each other after last night?
So what kind of, when I shower with this old man, what do I see? Like, how confident is he in his nudity?
You're okay. Here's what's gonna happen. You're going to be very surprised.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take off my cloak
Mhm.
and my armor, and you're gonna see an extremely jacked man.
Absolutely
Like think
yoked.
King Boomy. Like think King Boomy when he
Yeah.
takes off his cloak. He's just super ripped.
Right.
And
I'm gonna be totally into it. Be like, so what's your workout regimen? Like, what do you do? What do you-
war.
War.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna ask him about his diet, his workout, what he does. So yeah, we're gonna shower.
Protein powder.
Protein
Right.
powder.
I add some protein to my protein.
And then I dry scoop protein.
It's
Cool.
mostly just a semi-healthy diet with the occasional lifting giant battle axe or battle hammer every once in a while.
Good. Okay.
But it's
So
all
you-
genetic, sorry.
Cool. All right, that's how I spend my night. Sorry, I just had to clear
Spend
that
my
up.
night in shower with old man. Extremely jacked old man.
Forgot. Yeah, when we were coming up with Ashim Matraco, like, this was one of the big things. Like, he was Uncle Iroh in D&D.
Right.
King Boomy
Yeah.
and Avatar. Oh yeah, and then Uncle Iroh post prison.
Post prison, yeah. So the next morning comes, and you guys gather outside of, or pardon me, in a waiting area, waiting to meet with Tardif. And the floor is yours. How do you guys want to conversate after last night?
I don't want to talk about it.
It's pretty quiet then.
Yeah, I think Declan is. I'm gonna basically what I did last night. I'm just gonna like flavor it a little bit. Is that book that I said I wanted to read? I'm just gonna be reading that in the morning. I'm just gonna be like nose deep in that.
And I have a question. The Ember Enclave was working for Tardif Lanistaff,
Indeed.
and that's the place we were staying tonight. Was with him.
Yep.
That's
So
why
I want to
That's
go
who
up.
we are talking to currently.
Okay, that's why I just wanted to make sure. I want to go up to him and be like, "Well,
Did you
Since
get
your
your
whole
own
team-
waiting area?
Oh, we're in the
Oh, yeah,
waiting.
this is just the waiting area.
Fine.
Yeah,
We're
you
talking
guys
with
are-
each other. God, I gotta go.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
if you guys don't have anything to say, then we can just kind of head.
okay.
I don't really have anything to say to the group. Other than
I'll just be checking out. How's your code?
But that's it. That's all he's gonna say.
Okay.
And it's an interesting thing. Like, these people just saved you, Asham.
Yep.
But, like, you guys haven't really talked to each other at all or gotten to know each other.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I don't know anybody here.
Yeah, and these people don't know you as well.
Well,
Like, I'm
kinda
not sure they
know.
even know your name at this point.
Asham is very secluded in his corner, and he's just gonna be looking at his hands.
Actually, if I feel comfortable anywhere, it'll be next to the old man. Since I
Because
sit
he
next
saw
to
your
him.
wang.
Yeah. Which honestly wasn't the most.
Careful.
Yeah.
Careful.
Yeah. Careful. Like no, it was impressive, but I mean, just like, don't get me wrong, but it was just overshadowed by his impeccable muscles.
It's like seeing a pound of silver by a pound of gold. You know?
Exactly.
It's great, but there's just something next to it that's greater, man.
Right. And
So
I
that being said,
yeah.
go for it.
Oh, and I'll ask him like, so besides your muscles and incredible physique, how are you feeling after last night?
A little shaken up. I'm not going to lie.
I can imagine.
It's tough losing all of your friends in one night.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
thought.
little confusing with feelings and
Gavin. How
I
you
don't
been?
really know.
Yeah, I can see how that can be. Well, we all almost died, so I'm.
Yes, but
I'm
you're not my friends.
No, okay, I know, I am. I understand. I share my.
You think I showed you my absolutely chiseled bod from a place of friendship? No, it was detestation, you coward.
Okay, well, my condolences. That's all I say.
Thank you.
I think
continue
Keeper
to fidget.
will also approach Asham, and he's going to ask, "What god do you believe in?"
I leave.
I leave. I
The
walk
atheist
away.
that Draconis is
God,
leaves.
no.
I follow Tyr.
Hmm. That is all.
Goodbye, robot.
I'm not walking away,
Oh,
but I can. Goodbye.
okay. You don't have to walk away. I just assumed you were gonna walk away.
He
Okay.
backs up.
Just Moon walks out of there.
It's the like truck backup noise and everything. It's a
But it's extremely slow.
yeah. And then he like turns around and you hear like a gear shift as he goes back into moving forward. It's just
He stalls.
That in mind, and the silence falls upon you guys
We already do the
Yes.
secondary objective.
as immense sadness kind of falls upon the group, or kind of a darkness falls upon the group as both Keeper and Asham have lost important people last night. It'll be a few minutes before Tardith gets to you guys, but eventually someone will poke their head out of the door and say, he will see you now. And gesture you guys into the room. And it's a pretty large room, lined with tapestries and books. There's a suit of armor on one side of the room, and Tardith is sitting behind a large table. And he gestures for you guys to take a seat at the table. Then he's going to say, welcome all of you. I recognize that this may not be the easiest meeting that you guys have had, but I'm grateful for your bravery last night. You've done Saradouche a great service. From the Olaf to Thea should thank you. You are heroes today. And then he's going to say, I should ask, however, after the competition, outside of you, Mr. Notroko, it appears that the rest of you guys have been, the Reclaimers, have been semi-proactive in your attempts to stay with current events.
No response.
What have you found? Okay. What have you found?
yeah, what of it, huh? It's like
And
well, I do believe that I don't know if I speak for the rest of this wonderful group that I am the leader of. I don't know if I mentioned that to you, but I am the leader of it. This wonderful group that I lead, I don't know if I speak for the rest of them when I say that I have something personally to gain within it. And I don't know if that is the same for any of them, but I'm certain there's some goals that they would be meeting by also being, as you said, proactive.
I see. And in your efforts, have you come upon any pieces of knowledge that would help me come to the bottom of these events?
I'm gonna look at Draconis a little bit and be like, huh, Mr. I was part of the Night Masks, You got anything to share?
I'll just be like, God, this man was a part of the Night Masks.
Okay, you don't know that. You don't know that.
You don't know
Hey,
that.
you don't know that, dude.
You weren't there. You were.
You don't know!
But you look towards me, and I kind of begrudgingly, fine. The people who attacked us, said that they were with the Deathbringers, and that them and the Night Masks have been involved in this recent attack. That's what I say so far. Does he have a response?
It's, he's going to say, I was afraid of
Oh, were you now?
the Night Masks historically have been nothing more than a ragtag band of thieves, smugglers, and brigands. But tonight, they have taken an active step towards belittling the throne. The Emberborn Enclave was the throne's chosen group of adventurers, and they have been snuffed out.
Well, not all of them.
I'm still here.
And thank the gods for it. One thing you should know. Keeper, is it? And he's going to look to the automaton sitting before you guys. And he's going to say, this is a robot. He's going to say, Keeper, I believe this should be yours. And he's going to wave a hand, and an attendant will step forward bearing a book. And he'll say, Keeper, this was found in Count Lucius Nightshade's room. I believe it was stolen from one of your creators. And it was L.M. Nightspear's journal. The one that was stolen on the very first day of all of this.
So, Keeper's going to say, it is presumed Lucius was behind the death of Ellum, then.
Believe so. However,
Keeper's going to arrogantly look at the rest of the party.
Having not been there, Declan's just going to be like, what? Huh? What happened?
Notice how Lucius isn't with us.
That doesn't. I don't think Keeper is capable of understanding arrogance.
Well, also,
So
I don't think his face physically allows him to look smug.
But who? Lucius was the guy that we were trying to save?
Yeah.
Yes. Lucius Malfoy.
So they're pulling a Darth Vader.
Lucius Malfoy.
yes. So with that, Keeper, you would know that, whether or not this guy planned the bombings, he was in some part involved. Because it was stolen on the day of the first attack. And Tardis says, we found this, my men found this in Nightshade's room, the Silverwood Manor. It appears he was staying there with Adeline Rivenhall. But when we saw it was addressed to, or it was written by L.M. Nightspear, we saw that you could potentially decipher it. And as you open the book a little bit, you would see that this book is heavily encoded. It was written in a code that only you, Ellum, and Gidget could know, and it's like a series of 6 languages alternating between each individual syllable is switched one language at a time, and it cycles through 6 different languages, and it's impossible to decipher unless they know what you know. You don't actually speak these 6 languages, but given enough time, you will be able to decipher this book.
I thought, did Keeper not already have that book?
Ellum Sunspear's journal was taken during the explosion.
Oh, but Logan,
not Nightspear.
Logan was just explaining what it was last time. Okay,
Yeah,
I thought he was.
He explained what it was, because he said that I would have interacted with it before. So.
Oh, okay, I see. I thought he was saying that you have it, and I was like, okay.
I think Keeper is going to he's going to put the book. He's going to put the journal on the table, just set it on top, and then he's going to ruffle through his bag, and he's going to put Gidget's book on top of that. And Keeper would like to do a quick insight check on Tardith to see if Keeper would to admit to having killed Lucius. Does he get the feeling Tardith would react poorly? Do you think that's an insight check?
Yeah. I think I'll just give it to you.
Okay.
I think Tardith is the kind of guy who likes.
What's that?
Tardith is the kind of guy who
You keep
Yeah, you keep cutting out.
you keep cutting out like right as you're like Tardith is the guy who, and then you cut out like both times.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. Run it by us one more time.
Appreciates justice.
Mm.
Right? He is the Lord Just Chancellor. And this man, Count Lucius Nightshade, had been terrorizing his people. So I think it's safe to say that this made of action, this made of law and justice, will see justice fulfilled. You tell him
Do I have to
that
do
he is
anything
dead.
to activate the perks? Or are they already activated?
So Keeper's gonna set his Gidget's journal to kind of silently signal to Tardith that he was there, and then he's going to say, last night when we attempted to seek refuge in the school when we were fleeing from the Beastmaster. And when we got there, Gidget Billowcase was dead. And in my anger, possibly rashly so, I killed him. And he is dead.
I see.
Excuse me for just a second, Ray. I need to hurry and reset my Discord. It's being really...
And we never saw him again.
So Tardis, you need a new group. Just saying, we're here.
Hey, that's a little insensitive. I'm standing right next to you.
Are you not part of our group?
No, I'm not.
Do you want to be?
Alright, what's better?
Sure.
Well, that's it.
Sure. The best part is I didn't even say that in character. I just said that as me. I was nowhere close to a German accent. I was like, "Do you want to be?"
Yes, of course. Wait, who are you? Fourth wall breaking chase. Is that you?
I mask. I disguise self as Chase Ellis, and say, "Do you want to be?"
Wow, I've never seen a god before. You must be the one controlling this other ancient man. I mean, elderly man.
This is my otherworldly patron. Is this 6'3" scrawny gamer boy?
Wow. You must be into women with very dark hair and emotional damage.
What makes you say that?
I can tell.
Just your overall boy.
I rolled an insight on you.
Oh, Nat 1? Because Nat 1 would have told you that. You did not need to roll well to figure that out. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so glad I picked Minor Illusion and Mask of Many Faces. It's so much fun just doing stuff with it. I also really I enjoy that Thunderstep. That Thunderstep is fun. Especially because, like, my thought process with it was, oh, it's Misty Step, but everyone that's attacking me gets,
See ya.
yeah, or, well, every creature within 10 feet, not just everyone I choose, but, like, I was like, it's a nice, other choice to Misty Step, because Misty Step is just get out of there, and I feel like I'm wasting a 3rd level spell slot when I'm using Misty Step. But Thunderstep, I was like, not only do I get out of there, but I do damage as well. And then I didn't even read until today the fact that I could teleport one other person the size of me or smaller with me. I was like, that's cool. I like that a lot. So
Yeah.
probably never gonna use. Yeah, yeah.
No, sorry, James.
No, you're good.
No, I thought you were.
Literally, all I was gonna say was I'm never gonna use Misty Step again.
Okay, cool.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, you're good.
That's okay.
Since you're back, I'm going to repeat my question. So, Tardith, now that you don't have a group and you need a new group.
Excuse me.
Are you not part of our group?
No.
Do you want to be?
You want to be?
Yes.
Okay.
In case you're wondering, Coolin, we had that exact same conversation word for word 5 minutes ago while you were gone. So it's just stupid that we're like not changing a single word about it. You know?
Right. And then
right?
And then we have to resolve keepers' interactions.
Oh, so
oh right, yeah. What did Tardith say
Okay.
to when Keeper said
You
that
did
he
an
killed-
insight on him whether you were gonna tell him about killing Lucius or not.
Right. And then I think I admitted as Keeper, right?
Yeah,
Or-
you admitted to
You
killing
just
him.
admitted it, and
Okay.
He was responding
Tardith
by
was
saying good riddance.
Okay.
And then he was going to say, well, it appears that a much larger organization than we do. Count Lucius Nightshade. There's one of 5 different counts. So we have only just scratched the surface of tearing them down. And from what I understand, these are individuals. Were it not someone else.
Can you please repeat that?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you that time.
These are individuals who would not work together were they not led by someone else. It is my belief there is one commander for all the other counts.
Well, we got 2 names. However, one of those names was Lucius, and the other was Jethro, who, according to Lucius, also died at the Silverwood Manor. So, I think that leaves us completely at a dead end.
Didn't we also kill Jethro? He was one of the combatants,
Mm-hmm.
they said. Okay.
Killed him dead.
He died.
He died.
Killed
And
him
he
dead.
died.
Yes. So, we're going to say that he stands there and looks at you guys for a moment, and he's going to say, despite the unforeseen circumstances, the Reclaimers were able to step up to the challenge. Rise up and before it. Thank you. We would like to extend an invitation. It appears I am in need of more worthy adventure.
Or are you now?
If you would be willing to accept it, it would be my privilege to work alongside you.
Well, as the leader of this group, I think it would be best if we took a little bit of a sidebar and really discussed it first, and then got back to you. If that is okay with you, Tardith.
Of course, of course. And he'll say, would you like to meet later this afternoon?
I think that would be great.
Yeah.
Wait. When is the dinner that we're having?
Tonight.
Tonight.
This evening, so we have time. Okay.
Tonight.
Okay.
I was gonna bring that up in just a second. I was like, we're not gonna skip out on Adelaide, right?
Absolutely not.
We're gonna go follow up.
So, and I want to ask Tardith though if so is food going to be provided
Yeah,
in this
sounds like
meeting
it.
that we're
What are you gonna do about it?
It certainly can be.
Darf ich aber Bratwürsten?
I'm getting all their free food I
There's a
can.
murder bot.
But I think
Character trait with Draconis.
I think I'm gonna take the rest of the squad and just kind of like move off to the side a little bit. Well, no, if we're meeting later in the afternoon, we'll go somewhere else and talk about it.
And as you guys exit the room, you'll start to hear Tardis discussing the events of last night and the night masks with his attendants.
Hey, how do you pull that up again?
So, what do you guys want to do?
Can I?
Actually, I want to say Keeper. It takes you some time, but as you look at Ellen Sunspear's book, there is an inscription in the front that kind of describes the contents without needing to be coded. And it says that this is a book about the keys of dissolution. And on the very first page, you can note, or you can decipher one word. Locations.
Okay.
Nice lore.
Keeper, nice lore, dude.
Keeper, your voice has changed. It sounds completely different.
Nice lore.
Nice lore.
Keeper's going to. He's going to look at everybody and he's going to say, I would like to come clean about my reaction last night. I did not know I was capable of an outburst like that. I have not done anything like that before, and I cannot promise that in moments of grief I can spare myself. I am not very old. I have no relationship with my emotional well-being, and I cannot say I know how to create that. And so I am sorry.
You are evolving. It will take time to learn.
Well, he is a machine, so he's not really evolving. He's upgrading, technically. He's downloading new patches and new software, but, whatever.
It's
Ever...
Oh, go for it.
No. Go ahead and...
Okay, I was just gonna say, I was just gonna, it humanizes you. You can sympathize with people better now, I think, that you understand how some people can lash out in anger and the emotions behind these things. And you can understand why certain people do the things that they do, why we need to get information from people, and how when we, like that example when we were torturing that guard, it wasn't out of emotion, it was out of necessity and to bring to pass greater good. And there was some emotion involved, but it can help you. I feel like this is a good example to help you understand why we do the things we do.
I don't know where you guys went.
Keeper's gonna say, I see justice as a scale.
Oh, are you?
Something that, on one side, if there is one thing, on the other, there needs to be something else. And I believe that me having killed the Count was happenstance to have balanced some kind of scale.
You can
I
look
was
at it.
lucky.
Yeah. Oh, go for it.
I think that's all. His
Okay.
keeper just says he was lucky that, like, because he sees with them saying like that. What's his name? The Count was responsible for Elam's death. Keeper doesn't think it like. I guess like Keeper will just say he'll say, when Elam Sunspear was killed, a great wealth of good and knowledge was removed from the world. And I do not necessarily believe that the death of one man rebalances the scale.
And like,
What?
Declan will say to Keeper, although I truly commend you on figuring this out about yourself, it does raise the concern of how are we to feel safe and understand that an outburst like that won't happen against any one of us.
You can't. You just can't.
Sounds trustworthy to me.
Because if the Count was... if the Count was not there, I could not guarantee it would not have reflected onto one of you. It was a moment of unpredictability. You cannot know.
How do you think you can learn from this moment? How do you think you can adapt?
I don't know.
Well,
I do know and feel that the scales must be balanced. And I know that this is counterintuitive to successfully balancing the scales.
Are the scales within you balanced?
I think Keeper shuts down. I think
Overloaded
that,
question.
that's kind of a that's a philosophical question, which I think is a question that
it would flood his mind with like so many
Right.
equations that he
Like Keeper sees justice as an equation, but and ethics as an equation of good, bad. But I think like when you ask if his personal scales are balanced, he doesn't even know how to respond to that question. It's just
It's literally like opening up like 18 million different things on your PC, and then it just like shuts itself down because it can't allocate enough RAM to everything.
It's like trying to justify. Right. I will go on the internet and download more. I guess it's like trying to justify love with just like chemicals. Like trying to explain love as a mathematical equation of chemicals and releasing hormones. Like Keeper just doesn't understand one side of the equation.
Yeah, he wasn't programmed with that information or to comprehend that information.
And he might have been, he just hasn't ever had to think about it.
Well, give it some thought. And
Like as
See,
Keeper's
but-
already like shut down on the ground.
Computing.
Like as Keeper's like already shut down on the ground, like in a fetal position, and this old man just, well, give it some thought, tap tap.
Right.
Keeper just starts printing a receipt of his thoughts.
it's like a
Just goes on
CVS
forever.
receipt.
The dial-up sound plays.
Kind of stumps Keeper.
When
Do you guys perceive?
I will say now to move on to another question. Ultimately, the reason I had told Tardeth that we would need this little powwow is because Keeper had voiced his, I guess, hesitance towards working with the law when we go about this, and so. Due to that, now that we have been kind of acting outside of the law, how do we feel about maybe stripping away some of that freedom in exchange for more information or more power in which to act.
Well, I don't think we're going to make any progress if we don't work with Tardif.
Keeper will say, I was never opposed to working with Tardith, pardon, but I was opposed to not working with him. I wanted the best resources possible.
How do you,
Yeah, he didn't want to work with Mirthal. Or
Mirthal? Because Mirthal's an L! I'm just kidding, I didn't mean that.
Worked with Tardif. He's a good lad.
Do we tell... Oh, sorry.
You can go with him. Nope, that's the end of my thought. Continue.
Do we tell Tardith about the symbols?
Sure, why not?
I believe it would benefit us.
I would have to agree. I think that as a man acting out of justice and as Keeper had put it, balancing the scales, I think that Tardith would put that type of information to good use.
I have a quick question for Draconis.
What's
if
that?
it's alright. Did Draconis go to the university like before the explosions? Like you knew of Keeper there, so would Draconis be generally aware that Keeper is like
anyone call in an
maybe
ammo
4 or 5 years old? Is that
Yeah, that's a safe assumption.
okay?
Call it
Yes.
That is all. Sorry.
Okay. So, with all this in mind, the time passes by, and the afternoon comes around, and lunch with
Tardith.
The dude, Tardith, thank you, comes around.
What are we eating?
It is a simple meal of chicken and rice.
I'll take 2.
I love chicken.
Chicken and rice is so good, dude.
It's so good. It's so good.
I low-key
You can do
actually...
so many things with chicken and rice.
I might go make some chicken and rice after this. That sounds amazing.
Oh, it does look good. So, everyone sits down to eat, and the meal is over. Tardith will say, I presume you have all spoken together. Have you come to a conclusion? Have you made a decision about my offer?
Declan is... The ego on this man is insane. So he's gonna, like, stand up and, like, raise a glass and be like...
Before he says anything, Asham's gonna say, yes!
Just utterly cock-blocked.
Declan is, like, gonna, like... He's so, like, obvious about what he's about to do, and he's just gonna, like, kind of... and like sit back down, because like there's no smooth way of salvaging that. That's not something like you can be like, oh yeah, high five, and then you're like, you know, he's up, standing up, fully outstretched, and just gets cut off. He's like,
and actually, we'll say that over the course of those few hours as you guys were waiting, Declan, you could have spent more time with your daughter.
Yep.
Draconis and Asham, you two could have spent together some time, maybe lifting weights or something. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. And Keeper, you could have spent time deciphering that book. Is that how you would like to start, or how you would like to spend that time?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Yes. Lift weights.
Okay.
And
and I want to gain as much lifting knowledge from Asham as I can. Like,
because it's obviously working.
Right.
All right.
I think
so you guys part your. Oh yes.
I will say if we can go back into it, I think since I'm here with Deanna and she, as far as Declan knows, almost died. He would probably have the hard conversation that you asked me a question about, Logan.
All right. The bold move.
The bold move.
You will find her scared for you and concerned for you, but supportive. She just wants you to be safe.
Yeah, and just for like a little bit of flavor, just that like we don't have to go through the entire conversation, but just the way that Declan would start it off is he would go in, still Mask of Many Faces with that the horns down, right? And he'd go in and he would be like, I was afraid that I almost lost you last night. And I don't want to either you leave or me leave with me holding any regrets. And so then he's going to unveil it and let it show up and then explain the whole situation to her.
Right. Okay, that was a hard conversation to have. Mentally, between you and me right there. That was some heavy stuff.
Yeah. I feel like I know you more as a person now.
Yeah. Like Draconis?
So when me and Asham are working out, are there any girls watching us?
Let me roll for that. It's possible. I'm gonna roll a d20.
Roll for the amount of women in the harem.
There are 8 women. 3 of which are spectacularly fit. They're wearing pants, not dresses. These are some strong women.
Is one of the women watching Declan's daughter?
I'm telling you right now, she is not because she's bedridden. She is not.
She had him wheel her down, dude. Girls gotta live, brother.
Roll again.
She could look out the window.
So, on an 11 or above, Declan and Deanna will walk by the gym.
I rolled a 12. I win.
Okay. As they walk by, she will admire Asham. No, Draconis.
Declan's gonna see that look happen, and he's gonna stare daggers at Draconis. Like the type of daggers that like dad on prom night type of thing. He's
and
like, you.
And I look at her, I'm like, I can't help her, like, you guys walking by me looking fantastic.
Just ash him over there by himself.
Right. So I imagine like I'm doing a bench press and Asham is like spotting me. Oh yeah. But then like they walk by and I was like, add more weight.
I will say though, on
That's
the like, even though he stares daggers at Draconis, he's gonna stare like jealousy at Asham. He's gonna be like, dang, dude looks good for his age and he's older than me.
Right. And I'm gonna be like, right?
All of that was said with mere looks.
Looks are all it needs, or all we need. And as all of this is happening downstairs, Keeper is upstairs, trying to use like 6 different dictionaries to translate things into common, and he is able to decipher the first couple of pages of the book, and it will describe the keys of dissolution are massively powerful artifacts that, when combined, become even more powerful. There are 12 of them. And essentially, if all 12 of them are put together, they become this magical artifact that can destroy or dispel any magical enchantment in existence. They could even... So, what I'm picturing, and this may not be exactly canon in, like, lore, but, like, the strongest kinds of magic are the magic of the gods and the magic of dragons. And these keys of dissolution, when put together or assembled together, can dispel even the magic of dragons or of the gods.
So it's like a massive anti-wish spell, basically.
Pretty much. And so that's what the keys of dissolution are. And in the first couple of pages, Elam Sunspear will have written that he believes that those artifacts originated from Tethir and were kept separate by the former monarchy in different vaults around the country of Tethir. So that is it. That is all you're able to find. Oh, that some of the keys were in the vaults around Tethir, but that others were presumed lost. But he has some theories as to where the others are. And that is all you're able to decipher so far.
All right. Let me add my quotations. There we go.
Okay. And so now let's cut back to the lunch with Tardith. You guys, or he just asks, do you guys accept this offer? Elam says yes.
Asham says
and that
yes.
is actually... Oh, that's right. Thank you. And with that, we are going to end our session. That is going to be where we call it for the night.
Okay, then in that case, everyone remember that we have the dinner next time.
The dinner. It's in
We
my
have
notes,
the dinner. Good.
The
dinner.
Good.
The dinner.
Willie Winner, where's my dinner?
Willie Winner, where's my dinner?
But my notes say Adelaide Rivenhall, owner and benefactor for Silverwood Manor, invited us to dinner.
That's exactly what mine say too.
We should be good.
Everyone say bye. Everyone say bye to my stream. Bye.